realized that it's important for us to know how these AI models work as well. When we put in a query into any AI model like ChatGPT, there is a lot of science that happens behind the screen in those few seconds that the tool takes to give you the response. Now, I want to do this recap with all of you to check how attentive all of you were yesterday as well. We spoke about a 5-step process that AI models follow as soon as we input any query into it. Now, I want to ask all of you, as soon as you put in a query to any AI model like ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, what really happens as step number one behind the scene? Your entire query is broken down into something. What is this process called as? Yes, I've turned the chat to everyone right now, so you can as well put in your message to everyone if your answer is right. And the answer is tokenization. So whenever we put in a query into any AI model, the query or the entire sentence is broken down into smaller parts through the process called tokenization, which is what all of you are putting in on the chat. After tokenization, what happens? Once the AI model is breaking down the entire sentence into multiple tokens, how does it understand the meaning of the sentence? Yes, through a process called embedding, through which it assigns certain numerical values to every token or every part of the sentence that we are putting in. Once embedding is done, what happens? Once embedding is done, what happens? Yes, love the way the chat is rolling at this point of time. Self-attention or transformer mechanism, wherein once the model decides or assigns certain numerical values to the entire sentence that we are putting in, it then decides which parts of the sentence does it have to pay attention to. And once it decides which parts of the sentence it has to pay attention to, what happens, because of which it is able to put out the response to us? Absolutely. Prediction. I had to set the chat to host and panelists at this point of time because there are a lot of people trying to spam and trying to share external links on the chat, which I will talk about very, very soon, right? But prediction is what happens. And after prediction is when your response generation finally happens. So this is the 5-step process. And it's very important for everyone who is setting themselves up on the journey of becoming an AI generalist to know this process in and out. Tokenization, embedding, transformer mechanism or self-attention, prediction, and response generation. These are the 5 different steps that every AI model, text generation AI model, follows to be able to give you the output that comes up. And you can certainly tweak some of these aspects to make your outputs, to change your outputs or make your outputs even better. And that is some of the things that you will be seeing today as well. So take a screenshot of this slide or quickly note it down if you have not done that already. Give me a thumbs up as a reaction if you have taken a note of this. As a reaction, give me a thumbs up. Perfect. And let me tell you this, right? If you're thinking why this is very, very important, these are the things that will differentiate anybody from being a rookie user of generative AI tools to actually knowing how these tools work. Because when you know how these tools work or how these AI models work, you can make them work much, much better. Lovely, lovely. Now, once we understood this, we also saw that there are not one AI model or two AI models or 10 or 15 AI models that exist out there. There are more than 500 AI models that exist out there. And this number could differ for you based on which country you're in at this point of time, what are the AI models that have been launched in your country, and everything around that. But if I ask all of you to tell me what is the platform that you can go to today to be able to find any AI model that exists, which is the platform that all of you would go to? Can you let me know on the chat? You are all absolutely fast. Yes, we spoke about 2 platforms. One is Yup AI. Yup AI is a platform where you can go to run different AI models for the same query that you're putting in. But the correct answer to this is Open Router, because Open Router gives you the visibility of multiple different AI models and how these AI models are performing as well. And based on Open Router's stats, you can very well go ahead and decide which AI model to use for the purpose that you're trying to solve. And then we went ahead and saw that there is a way in which we need to communicate to these AI models. Very, very similar to the way in which we communicate to human beings as well. If our communication is not clear, the AI model will not get a complete picture. Hence, the outputs will not be great. We realized that for us to succeed as AI generalists, we need to become prompting experts. And we saw that there are multiple prompting types that exist as of today, from zero shot to few shot to chain of thought to tree of thought, diverse prompting, self-refine, and all of these are prompting methods that exist as of today. But the one prompting structure that we got started with yesterday is called what? Can you all put it in on the chat? What did we call this prompting structure yesterday? Love it. We called it the magic prompt formula. Note it down if you did not attend yesterday's session. We spoke about your prompts, the need for your prompts to have a role, a task, an instruction, and data also. When you make sure that your prompts are structured in this particular way, the outputs that these AI models will give you will be much better than what you have been getting. And today we are going to take it one level above. I told you yesterday that we are going to be looking at something called as the markdown prompting structure today. And we are also going to be looking at system prompts today. And as we look at them, you will understand why system prompts are extremely important and how they help AI models adhere to certain instructions that you're giving. And then we went ahead and built our own AI toolkit as well yesterday. I want to ask all of you, if you got a chance to go ahead and play around with the tools that we explored yesterday, can you all drop in your favorite tool that you got to explore yesterday on the chat? We covered a lot of tools, but what was your most favorite one? I see Suno. I see a lot of people saying Whisper Flow. Yup AI, lovely. Numerous.ai, love it. What else? Suno, Supergrow, okay. Claude, Kriya, love it. Emily.ai, wonderful. Let me give a quick recap to all of the people who are probably having FOMO at this point of time. We spoke about a lot of AI tools yesterday, right? And all of these AI tools, while there are thousands and thousands of AI tools that exist, we realize that it's very important for us to identify our own use cases and then figure out AI tools that we can go ahead and incorporate in our own use cases as of today to improve our own productivity and the way we function, right? One of the tools that we started our exploration journey on is called Whisper Flow, that can be used to go ahead and not type anymore. You can just speak whatever you want to type, and all the text that you're speaking will just appear on the screen. And that is what Whisper Flow can do for everybody. We will certainly go ahead and share the links of all of these tools once again, so don't worry about it. We also saw Gemini. Yes, the same AI model by Google. And we saw multiple capabilities of Gemini yesterday. One capability was, of course, the fact that Gemini can be used inside of our Gmail itself. And it can be used to summarize large threads, to reply back to emails, to correct the way in which, or polish the way in which we are writing emails and everything around it. We're going to be exploring Gemini even more as we move forward today. We also saw Claude and Claude's ability to do a bunch of things. We, of course, used Claude for data analysis. We used Claude for building data dashboards. We also used Claude for writing scripts as we got into the image and video generation session yesterday. Emily was a tool that many of you absolutely loved. Emily.ai. It's basically a browser plugin, and it can convert any browser into an AI browser. It can help you summarize long documents. It can help you summarize YouTube videos so that you don't have to watch content anymore, but you can get top insights from all the content pieces that you're watching, and it can do a bunch of things right outside your browser. We then saw Fireflies.ai. Of course, Fireflies is now a unicorn. Everybody knows about Fireflies.ai, which is an agent itself. It attends meetings on your behalf and has the ability to send you meeting notes, even though you are not attending the meeting yourself. Incredible platform to do this, Fireflies.ai. And then a lot of you were mentioning about Supergrow, the same AI tool that can help us grow on LinkedIn. And yesterday we spoke about the importance of distribution. And as I was asking many of you, what are the goals with which you attended this mastermind? A lot of you mentioned that you want to build your own personal brand and thought leadership. And Supergrow is a tool that can incredibly help with anything related to LinkedIn. We also saw Fort AI. Yes, the same tool with which you can create your own product photo shoots today. You don't have to have a costly setup or a camera or even any of those things. You can just use Fort AI on your browser and create incredible product photo shoots and everything around that. We saw Perplexity yesterday, and Perplexity's ability to do insane research in just a matter of minutes. And today we are going to go slightly more deeper into Perplexity, because the Perplexity's capabilities are just insane. And we saw that there are other deep research models also that are available, but Perplexity just kills it when it comes to the way it does research. And then we saw Write Sonic as well. All of these links will be shared with everybody once again, so don't worry about the links, but just understand the plethora of tools that we kind of went ahead and explored yesterday, and do the recap in your own mind. What was Write Sonic used for? Can you all tell me on the chat? What was Write Sonic used for? Yes, lovely, lovely. You are an incredible audience. SEO. Write Sonic is an incredibly amazing tool that helps us generate SEO articles, articles that are highly optimized for SEO and GEO. Numerous.ai is the next tool that we went ahead and explored, which is an AI tool, or rather an agent in a way, that sits in your Excel sheets, sits in your Google Sheets, and it can write Excel formulas for you. It can do calculations for you and a bunch of other things. So if you have been scared about data analytics, Numerous.ai can be your buddy, can be your friend going forward. And we of course saw Notebook LM. Notebook LM, yes, the same tool by Google that can help us convert any large document into a podcast, into a voice that we can directly listen to and also chat with. It's a RAG tool. You will learn more about RAG as we move forward, and that is something that we will be talking about in the roadmap as well. Slightly advanced concept, but very, very important. And then we also went ahead and saw GenSpark and Suno AI as well. Yes, the same tool that allowed us to create songs, music, and this is the tool. A lot of you were asking, where did we generate all of these outskill anthems and songs from? It's all AI, and it was Suno that helped us do all of that. And even on Suno, we saw how important prompting becomes, because after the first session that laid a very strong foundation for us, we went into the second session where we realized that it's not just about using AI tools individually, but it's about putting all or multiple of AI tools together to form a workflow to get to the outcome that we want to get to. We realized that AI models are not just good with text generation, but they are also incredibly powerful with image and video generation. And we went ahead and created an ad together yesterday. And then to take this forward, we also saw that these AI tools and agentic tools also have the ability to write code, but it's not these tools that are most important, because we realize that over the next few years, everybody is basically going to learn that these tools exist and they're going to go ahead and start using them as well. But the workflows that we follow is what will make or break us from becoming an AI generalist. That is what we saw yesterday when we spoke about the example of how we can go ahead and optimize landing pages and websites as well. Instead of directly going ahead and asking the AI tool to optimize it, we got in a conversion rate optimization expert, had the conversion rate optimization expert do a bunch of things, and then we inputted all of that data into an amazing tool called Bolt, and we optimized our landing page yesterday. Today as well, I told you this yesterday, that today we are not going to be learning individual tools, but rather we are going to look at workflows. Remember this as we move forward as well. Now, all of this is what we learned yesterday over 8 entire hours. How many of you feel that learning all of this would have taken you easily, probably 3 months or 4 months or 6 months or probably 1 year? I'm absolutely mind blown with the fact that all of you are or have been attentive yesterday. You've been putting in the right answers on the chat. Yes, more than 6 months, 8 months minimum that we were able to learn in 8 days, says someone. Love it. Love it. As all of you do that, let me go ahead and give access once again to your favorite mentor. Who do you think is coming in to take your first session today? Who do you think is coming in to take your first session today? On the chat, can you all let me know? Yes, you are all absolutely right. But before I hand it over to him, Vaibhav is going to take over in just the next few minutes. But before I hand it over to him, let me remind all of you once again that we are getting started with the first session of day 2. Few things that I would want all of you to stick to is, as we open the chat, would love it if you don't spam on the chat at all as we move forward. It's getting very difficult for us to control the chat, as there are a few people who are posting external links. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm going to put all of these people out, but in case any external link posted by somebody else but not us, not from our team, please do not click on that link, because these could be phishing links as well. Just giving that disclaimer to everyone so that we have a great experience going forward. But on that note, Vaibhav, I think you are here. I hope you are able to hear me. Perfect. I was just giving everybody a quick recap of all the things that happened yesterday.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I also like one thing, that people automatically have showed up on their laptops today after yesterday. The poll results of laptops seems to be much higher today. So a lot of people have dropped off and joined from their laptops. So that's good. Folks, how's it going? How is it going? I hope you guys can hear me and see me properly. Yes, in the chat. And funny, whoever is dropping links, right, just ban them from the call. Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Loving the energy in the chat. All right. Perfect, guys. So look, yesterday, I mean, Funny has already given you a download of what happened yesterday. So I'm not gonna, do the same thing again. For all the people who have not met me yesterday, because around 75% people did attend yesterday, but around 20 odd percent people did not even attend anything yesterday and directly attended today, which is fine, right? That's the I'm sure the recap kind of gave you some context, and you should be able to figure it out yourself. One good news is that even if you could not attend yesterday, right, it should not be a problem, because today's session is kind of disconnected from what we did yesterday. So even if you could not attend yesterday, today you will understand everything. So don't break your head. Don't think that, oh my God, I could not attend yesterday. What am I going to do and everything around it? Maybe I'll not understand. No, that's not how it is designed. We understand that a few people could not make it yesterday. So today we could cover up for you guys in some form or fashion. Okay, with that being said, let's do a quick round of reaction check. If it's all clear, drop a heart in the chat. Drop a heart in the reactions. Drop a heart in the reactions. Okay, perfect. Perfect. With that being said, let's get right inside of it so that we'll do this chit chat on the go. Looks like everything is looking good. So let's get right inside. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Guys, if you realize my voice is a little off today, so I'm not going to be on my very high energy. So please bear with me. All right, perfect. Okay. Funny, is my screen good enough? Is it clearly visible?
Yes, Vaibhav, it is.
Okay, let me set my screen up slightly. And I'm sure you are able to read what is on my screen at this point of time. And that gives you context of what we're going to be doing today. You see, yesterday we played with a lot of tools, right? You built a toolkit, you understood use cases, and you played with prompting and everything around it. And for people who were there yesterday, I also spoke about something called as AI generalist. And in AI generalist, the level 2 of AI generalist is all about building workflows. Today, that is what we're going to bounce on. Based on yesterday's session, you should already be like the top 10% in AI. Today, we'll take you to top 4 or 5%, right? That is what we're going to do today. With that being said, let's start exploring our first bot today. The first thing that we're going to do today is to create our own AI bot or an AI app. Now, you'd be like, Webhub, what software are we going to be using to build our first AI app? Well, the software that we're going to use is something that a lot of you people have already used before, and that is called as ChatGPT. Now, like ChatGPT, how can it build an app? It can. And the problem with this is that most of the people think they know ChatGPT while they don't even know what ChatGPT is. Right. And I'm going to prove you wrong today that a lot of people don't even know what ChatGPT is or what ChatGPT is actually capable of. Right. What we're going to do is if you go to the sidebar, there is something called as GPTs. When you tap on that, what you land right now is something called as the GPT marketplace. What are these? These are apps that are built on top of ChatGPT, just like people like you and me. Yeah, it's not built by developers or you don't need to write code for this. People like you and me had very specific use cases and they built these specific use cases on top of ChatGPT. And those are called as GPTs. And look at the number of GPTs that are out there. Literally, there are lakhs of them, hundreds of thousands of them, right? There's for productivity, research, education, lifestyle, DALI, programming, and everything around it, right? So there are hundreds of thousands of them already. And I'll tell you how I use these micro apps inside of ChatGPT. By the way, it's completely free to use. The way I use these micro apps inside of ChatGPT is by simply searching for the use case that I want to solve. Right. So I'll tell you, right? Like, let's say I'm too lazy to write an email or too lazy to write a prompt. I'm sure somebody must have built an app which can write great emails. So I can just come here and just search for email. And look at that. There are a bunch of apps that are created specifically for writing great emails. So let's open this up, email and the mail writer tool, and click on start chat. Okay, looks like it's weirding out. Okay, there you go. Here we are, right? Email and mail writer. We just are inside of this tool. Now, what we could do is we could just give a prompt on what we want our email to be. Now, let's do a very interesting test. Okay. Because it's an email and a mail writer tool, it's a tool. You can see this. There's a logo, there's a name of the tool, there's a creator name. While it looks similar to what ChatGPT looks, but it looks slightly different as well. ChatGPT doesn't have a logo, doesn't have a name, doesn't have a creator name, doesn't have this, a proof here saying 800,000 plus usages and whatnot. So what we're going to do is to try this tool out. We are not going to tell explicitly that we want an email, but we will tell what we want inside of the email and let us see if it can write an email for us because it's an email and a mail writer tool, right? So let's say I want a leave for tomorrow. Okay. So I'm going to say something like this. I want a leave for tomorrow because I spent the last 2 days learning AI from Outskill. I've spent almost 18 to 20 hours learning so many things. And, I have so many ideas to explore AI as well. If I can get a off for the next couple of days, I could use this time to kind of put all my thoughts together into how I could do my work 10 times better. So as I come back to work, 2 days from now, I would be a 100x employee. So it would be great if you could grant me leaves. And also, considering I spent the last 2 days just learning, it would be great if you don't deduct leaves, because this is almost like working for me. So there you go. That is the prompt that I typed out. For all the people who are wondering, how did I just speak and I got the prompt here? That is because of the tool called as Whisper Flow that I covered yesterday already, right? But anyways, there you go. The prompt comes in. Nowhere you can clearly see that nowhere do I mention write an email. I don't mention write an email anywhere. I just write the prompt on what I want inside of that email. And let's see if email and mail writer tool does a good job, right? So let's see and look at that. By default, automatically, because it's a mail and email and a mail writer tool, it understood that we are asking for an email, obviously, right? And here comes the whole email right here. Works pretty well, very, very cool. And you know what? You could go ahead and explore these GPTs because they're completely free of cost. Go ahead, play with a bunch of them. You'll get a sense of what they're good with and what they're not good with. It's pretty cool. But you know what? The real power of these GPTs is not about using someone else's GPTs. The real power gets unlocked when you create your own GPTs. And that's exactly why I said, let's create some AI bots. So what we're going to do is we're going to create one of these GPTs right now. Now, very, very important thing that I want you guys to remember. And that is, all these GPTs, for using them, you don't need a paid account. You don't need to pay for paid chat GPT account to be able to use these GPTs. But to create a GPT, you need a paid account. But don't worry about it, because towards the end, right after I teach you this in like 15 minutes of time, I will also teach you about 30 minutes of time. Actually, I will also teach you how to create these GPTs for free. Okay. First, you have to learn the paid method, which involves a paid ChatGPT account. You'll understand the whole process. Then I'll teach you a different tool with which you can do it for free as well. But you will not understand that till you understand this. So focus and learn how to do this. Even if you don't have a paid ChatGPT account, I will teach you how to do it on a free account as well. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's simply click on create button here. And here comes the user interface. Now, what is this user interface? This is the GPT creation wizard. What does it do? On the left side that you see, right, is where we talk to AI to tell what we want. And you know what? ChatGPT will build an app based on what we say, and we can preview that app right here. As simple as that. We talk to AI here, and ChatGPT will build the app that we can see right here. So the first app that I thought we should build right now is, let's say, a Twitter generator. Every time we give a topic, it should be able to generate a tweet for us. Okay. So let's go ahead and give it instruction. So I just have to come here and I just have to say what I want. And again, I'm using a whisper flow here to convert my voice to text, but let's go. I want you to build me a tweet generator. You see, every time I give you a topic, your job is to come up with a viral tweet on that topic. By the way, you are an expert when it comes to writing viral tweets. You have written viral tweets for a lot of people. In fact, you're so good that if you write 10 tweets, 9 of them go viral. So use all your knowledge of writing and crafting these incredibly viral tweets in a way that every time I give a topic, you should be able to give me one tweet, which has very, very high odds of going viral. There you go. I've just spoken out what I want and Whisper has typed everything for me. I could simply click on the send button right now. And look at this. It says updating GPT. And you will be able to see things changing on the right side. Look at that. It already changed. A bunch of things have already changed and suggesting me a name, the viral tweet machine. I think the name is good. I'll say sounds good. So it's also recommending me a name so that I don't have to think about it, right? And now it's like, I'll create a profile picture for the viral tweet machine. Here's one. Do you want to make any change or want to move forward? I can say, I can't see anything. And there you go. Oh, it's asking, should I generate a profile picture? I said, I can't see. Now it is generating a profile picture for us. And look at that. It has also generated a profile picture. Let's say I don't like it. It's too flashy for me. right? So I just give it feedback. The profile picture is too flashy for me. Can you make something very minimal and modern? The background color could be completely black, and the loudspeaker icon and the animation that you have could be in neon green and line design. I want something very minimal and very premium looking. There you go. I gave it some feedback for what? The profile picture. I'm being very, very specific, right? And it's generating a profile picture again. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, what do you guys think of that? Let me know with your reactions. Super cool. And it says to start when creating tweets, what should it focus on or anything, something else. So it's basically like, look, I've built you the app that you want me to build. It's time for you to go and play with the app, right? So we have given it all the instructions. It has built us the viral tweet machine. You can see this. Everything looks rock solid for me. So I want to go ahead and try out a topic. Okay, the topic I want to try is topic AI will take away many jobs. There you go. Look at that. Here comes the first tweet. What did I tell? I'll give a topic. Your job is to come up with a tweet. It says AI won't just take any jobs. It will take the boring ones so we can all focus on jobs that require being loud, opinionated, and wrong on the internet. So it is taking a dig at the humans at this point of time, which is crazy. I'll say one more. AI isn't take your job. Your boss is. AI is just the excuse. Okay. One more. AI won't replace you, but the person who learns how to use AI better than you, yeah, they will. Okay. I'll say one more. Everyone's scared of AI will take their jobs. Meanwhile, AI is still struggling to draw human hands. I think this is slightly outdated right now. One more. AI won't take all the jobs, just the ones where people already feel like robots. Okay, I can say more brutal. Let's see what it does. AI isn't coming for your jobs. It's coming for anyone whose entire career is just copying, pasting, and emailing PDFs. Okay, okay, okay. Now it's getting more brutal. AI won't kill your job. It'll expose how useless it already was. Guys, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the chat. If you think this is insane, let me know in the chat that this is insane. Right? Okay. Now let's make it even better. Now let's make it even better. I know a lot of people can't see the messages. That is because the messages are set to hosts and co-hosts. So whenever you send a message, I can only see. You won't be able to see. That is the reason why a lot of you are not able to see the messages. Okay. Now moving on. Now that we got this app, this is pretty good, by the way, but I want to make some modifications. Every time I have to say more brutal, and more, give me one more, give me one more. So what if I could get this app to generate 10 tweets at once instead of one? So I'm going to give that feedback. Hey, instead of one tweet on every topic, could you automatically generate me 10 different tweets on the topic that I give you all at once? Also, I have some feedback for you. While I really like the tweets that you're coming up with, I want it to be even more relatable. You see, my style of writing tweets is all about relatability and engagement. So the tweets that I want you to come up with should be very engaging, should be slightly sarcastic and funny, and of course, could be brutal as well, brutally true as well. But in the end, what I want the tweets to be is to be very, very relatable. My audiences are either working professionals or entrepreneurs coming from, let's say in this case, majorly from India. And come up with something that is relatable to Indians as well, so that everybody could connect with the tweets that I come up with. So, guys, what I just did right now is I gave it a bunch of feedback, like you can see. I gave it a bunch of feedback. Let us see what it does right now. It says updating GPT. Looks like it is done. Okay, let's give it the same topic again to see how it changes the output. Okay, I said I want 10 tweets. I said I want it to be relatable to my audience. And I told that most of my audience are in India. I know there are people from all over the world. This is for us to see how relatable can it get actually, right? So let's see what it does. Here are 10 tweets. AI won't take your job. Your boss who bought ChatGPT Plus will. Bro worrying about AI taking jobs while his job is forwarding PDFs on WhatsApp. AI won't kill jobs. It will just expose how little value PowerPoint ninjas actually bring. Indians scared of AI taking jobs. Meanwhile, their job is literally copy pasting from ChatGPT already. Guys, what do you guys think of these tweets? Everyone, AI will kill jobs. Indian parents, beta become doctor. AI already learning to do surgeries. AI won't take jobs. AI will take promotions. Your job will still exist, just renamed as internship. Imagine telling your future kid, beta papa lost his job to an algorithm. So there you go, guys. We're seeing a bunch of tweets, but I'm seeing a problem right now as I'm generating these tweets. While I really thought it would be very cool if we could generate 10 different tweets, while the tweets are great, there is a fundamental problem right now. I don't want to go through all the 10 tweets. You see, I'm a lazy guy, right? I want AI to do more work for me. As a result, I'm going to give it more feedback for it to get even better. What am I going to do? Here it is. Hey, this is perfect, but I want you to make last few changes right now. You see, while you come up with 10 different tweets, I also want you to rate each one of the tweet from a scale of 1 to 10 on the potential of it to go viral. Also, give me a one line explanation of why you think the tweet that you came up with will go viral, and give me the whole output in a table ordered in a way that the most viral tweet is placed in the top. This is how I want you to order all the tweets for me. There you go. That's the feedback that I gave. I literally told I want the whole output in a table, rate each one of the tweets from a scale of 1 to 10, and also give a reason on why you think it will go viral. And I'm basically asking AI to come up with 10 tweets on every topic, rate each one of the tweet that it is coming up with from a scale of 1 to 10 on the potential of it to go viral. I'm also telling AI to actually order all these tweets in a way that the most viral tweet is in the top, and also asking a reason on why AI think the tweet that it came up with will go viral. So I'm becoming like a very, very strict boss to AI right now. Let us see what it does. Topic: AI will take away many jobs. Look at that, guys. Drop a boom in the chat if you think this is crazy. Look at that. Insane. Insane, right? Here comes 10 different tweets. Here comes 10 different tweets, right? And you can see this, each of them have been rated from a scale of 1 to 10, right? It has been given a reason as well. AI is not a threat. Your 9 a.m. status update meeting is. AI doesn't scare me. HR does. That is hilarious, right? That is absolutely hilarious. So that is what I'm talking about. That is essentially what I'm talking about. How you could go about just prompting and get AI to do everything possible out there. Right. So that is how we could go about it. That is how we could build something pretty cool and pretty insane as well, all by just talking in words. Do you guys like what you saw? Drop in a heart so that I know what you guys liked. The moment I open chat, there are some I don't understand. Few people are dropping links to their YouTubes and Instagrams. Do you actually think people are gonna click on your link and follow you right here? Do you think this is how you can promote? First, you have to add value, my friend, in lives. So stop doing all spammy work. It will lead to nothing. Okay, that is what I will recommend. But yeah, awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Guys, now that we have built this app to this point, what do we do next? I think it is perfect. So I can simply click on this create button. I've been given three different options. I can share it only to me so that only I can use the app. I can save anyone with the link and anyone will be able to use the app, or I can save it to GPT store. As a result, anyone in the world can use the app. I'm just going to say only me here. Click on the save button, and that's it. The app is now published, and this is how it looks in all its glory. You can see this, the viral tweet machine by my company name, and here comes the description, and everything is right here, rocking and shining. Right, so we have it all here, and you know what, it came up with like these quick starter points as well, so I can simply tap on them and it will start generating tweets for me. Give me 10 viral tweets in Indian work culture, and here it comes. Indian work culture is basically log kya kahenge, but make it corporate. Okay, awesome. Right? That is viral tweet machine. Now, I'm sure as I taught you this, and the way I want you to think when you learn something like this is that, guys, what I just taught you is not how to create a tweet generator. What I just taught you is a process with which you can convert your ideas into micro apps, your problems into scalable solutions. And I want you guys to think like that. The examples that I'm showing you is something that is broadly relevant. Right? If I show you something very specific, you might not be able to understand it. Not everybody will relate to it. So I wanted to show you things which are very broad. Sorry about that. I wanted to show things which are very, very broad so that everybody could relate to it, right? And that is how we are going about everything. So every time I teach you something like this, I want you to put your thinking hat on, okay? And think about, hey, now that I've learned this, how could I execute this or how could I implement this to solve something particular for my problems? That is how I want you to think about. And that is how you will grow faster. When you try, I cannot teach you everything in the world. Only I can teach you or I can give you direction. It is on you on how you pick up things and execute things on your front. Right. So that is how we are going to be going about here. Right. So now that we have built the viral tweet machine, this is great, guys. This is incredible. Right. But for you guys to be able to build even more advanced apps, this is not enough because what we just did is a simple app, is a simple GPT. But you know what? You can actually build some really, really advanced GPTs as well. But for that, you need to know the backend of the tool. What do I mean by that? You see, for anything, yesterday when I taught you how to use all these AI tools, right? I also taught you how AI actually works in the backend. Right? I try teaching you that as well because I truly believe when you know things on how things work in the back end, you will be able to get more out of these tools. And that is what I did yesterday. Today, we're going to take a very similar approach as well because for all you people, all you people to hack AI and get the most out of it, you need to know how things work in the back end. And for you to learn how to build advanced GPTs as well, you need to know how things work in the back end. For that, you can simply come to configure here and you will all of a sudden see the backend of the tool. You see the profile picture is right here. I can tap on this and I can upload my own photo as well if I want to. But the real crazy thing is viral tweet machine. If I just add a 2.0 here, look at that. The 2.0 is added here. So the name can be edited here. The description can be edited here as well. Look at that. I've added just by outskill by adding to the description. But here comes the most important part. That is called the instructions. You see, if I expand on this, right? This is what the AI actually did. Every time I gave AI instructions, it converted those messages of mine into this prompt. The reason why custom GPT works the way it does in this case is because every time I spoke to AI here, right, saying, hey, generate me 10 tweets, and then I told I want it like this, I want it like that. What AI did actually was it actually wrote this prompt for us. You can see this expert in writing viral tweets. Whenever user provides a topic, it creates 10 different tweets designed for maximum shareability engagement. For each tweet, provide a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, indicating the potential of the tweet to go viral, along with a one-line explanation. These are everything that I told AI. What it did was it took all my unstructured instructions and converted that into a prompt. And this is the heart and soul of the app. So instructions were given by us. AI converted those instructions into a prompt. And here is the prompt that AI put it together here. And that is the reason why the app works the way it does. Now, if you want to build advanced GPTs, which I'm sure all of you guys want to, right? You need to learn how to write your own instructions. Instead of relying on AI to do this, you need to learn how to write your own instructions. Let me show you an example of an advanced GPT and what it means to write your own instructions. Guys, this is a post writer that I very, very often use almost on an everyday level. This is my LinkedIn post writer. Now, let me tell you what it does. It writes LinkedIn content. Now you will be like, yeah, Vaibhav, you just taught us how to write, tweets anyways, how to build an app which can write tweets anyways. Why do we really need a LinkedIn post generator? Because we already know how it does. Well, there's a difference. And the difference about this tweet generator is that it can write LinkedIn content exactly in my own style. It replicates my style of writing. And if you don't believe me, okay, let me show you this. Okay. This, my friends, these are all content that I have created, right? If you see this post, it has 76,000 views. The whole post is actually written by AI. The whole post is written by AI. If I scroll, right, look at this. This whole post is again written by AI. Look at this one. This is how many views? 83,000 views. The whole post is written by AI. This one, 90,000 views. The whole post is written by AI. Completely written by AI. Every single post that you see here that has got hundreds of thousands of views, look at this. 65,000 views, 63,000 views. Every single post, guys, 84,000 views. Every single post, 392,000 views. Every single post is completely written by AI. Now you'd be like, oh, Vaibhav, are you using some advanced AI to write this? No, I use this post writer that I created myself. The advantage, while when you read someone's LinkedIn content and when you read it, you feel this thing's AI, right? A lot of times when you read content on LinkedIn, you know it is written by AI because it sounds like AI. That is where the real AI smartness comes into the picture. That is where a real AI generalist problem solving comes into the picture. Because I didn't want my content to sound like everyone else's content, I created this post generator, which generates content exactly in my own style. It writes content exactly like me. It is so good that sometimes even I can't tell if it is written by me or if it is written by AI. It is that good. Now, you'll be like, why is that? Why is it so good, Vaibhav? Let me show you why it is so good. If I go back to the back end of this one, which is the post writer Vaibhav Sasanti style, if I go to configure, guys, just look at this prompt. This is the instructions I wrote. I told you, for you to build advanced GPTs, you need to write your own instructions. Look at how long the instruction is. It keeps going on and on and on. This is the kind of prompts this AI cannot write for you. You need to write it yourself. And this is the kind of prompts you need to write. How many of you guys want to learn how to write prompts like this? How many of you guys want to learn how to write prompts like this? Drop a me in the chat. Drop a me in the chat if you guys want to learn how to write prompts like this. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Looks like everybody wants to learn, and that is essentially what I'm going to teach you next. Well, if you guys are wondering, this prompt has these hashtags. There are these stars as well. It has something called as role, objective, context, instructions, and whatnot. The reason why it has all these things is because this is a new prompting structure. And this new prompting structure is designed for you to actually build AI agents or AI apps like this. And I wanted to teach you that prompting structure first. And that, my friends, is called as markdown prompting. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. This special prompting structure that you need to learn to be able to build advanced GPTs or advanced apps is called as markdown prompting. Feel free to take a screenshot of this and let me explain you how this prompt actually works. You see, whenever you're thinking about writing an advanced prompt using this prompting structure, I imagine that I'm hiring a human being to do a job. I'm hiring a very smart person, but that smart person has never done a job before. So I have to explain this person in as much detail as possible on what I expect this person to do. If I explain this person really, really well, this person can do an incredible job because the person is very, very smart, but needs instruction. And that is how I consider about going about writing a prompt like this using the markdown prompting structure. Let me tell you an example. And with that example, right, I could teach you about this prompting structure as well. You see, let's say, I visited, let's say, IIT Bombay for a competition. And let's say I was invited for a talk and I was there at IIT Bombay and I found someone very smart, very, very energetic kid who I thought I should hire. So I told that person, let's say his name is Rahul. I told Rahul that, dude, like, I really like your ideas. Once you're done with your college, if you ever want a job, you can come join us, right, at Outskill. So Rahul finished this college, and today is day one of Rahul. And Rahul just walked into the meeting room with me and like, Webhav, you asked me to come join you. Here am I. I'm here to join you and let me know what I can solve for you. What problem can I solve for you? So today's day one for Rahul, and I have to explain him his job. And the job that I had kept back of my mind for Rahul here is customer success. Like I want someone very smart to lead customer success for Outskill. So I tell Rahul his role. Just give me a second. Is my audio still very clear, Funny?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. Okay. I just saw a notification by Zoom. That's why. Okay, cool. So, guys, the first thing that comes up first is, I have to explain Rahul his role. So I tell Rahul, your job is to be a customer success executive to start with. And what I want you to do eventually is to lead the customer success team. I want you to set up the customer success team and eventually lead the customer success team. So I want you to act like a rockstar customer success executive to start with. Now, Rahul has never done a job before. So Rahul is like, Webhub, I didn't understand. What do you want me to do in the job? What do you mean by customer success executive? Now, here is where I have to explain Rahul his objective. So here I give a little bit of objective sense to Rahul, where I say, look, the what I want you to do is every month, millions of people join the Outskill programs to learn AI. Your job is to solve their problems. Every time they have a problem, they write to hi@outskill.com. They write an email to hi@outskill.com. Your job is to check out what the top problems is and respond to their problems with the right solution and build like a playbook of it so that we know what are the most frequently asked questions and build like a knowledge base so that it's easier to solve problems at scale. That is your objective. Your objective is to respond to emails of people who are writing to the support that is essentially here hi@outskill.com. That is the objective. Now Rahul is like, Webhav, I'm the topper of the batch. I'm from IIT Bombay. You wanted me to join and you told me that you have a very, very powerful problem for me to solve. And now you're saying all I need to do is just reply to emails. I can do something important. I can do something better. Why don't you give me something more important? Replying to emails, anybody can do. You don't really need me for that. Well, this is where Rahul misses the context. This is where my job is to tell the employee why what they're doing is important. So here is where I give context to Rahul, where I say, Rahul, you got it wrong. Your job is not to reply to emails. Whatever you're supposed to do right now has a direct correlation to the growth of the company. You are in a growth role. Let me explain you what I mean by that. Like I told you, more than 150 people from more than 150 different countries join the Outskill programs every single month. And when they do, a lot of people, when they get stuck, they write us an email. If we are not able to solve their problems in the right time, very few people will join the programs, even after registering. And if that happens, right, very few people will also recommend this program to their friends. And if enough people don't recommend the program to their friends, the business will not grow fast enough. We will not be able to achieve our ambition of training 100 million people. So But instead, if we are able to respond to them, if we are empathetic to them, if we are able to solve problems to them, of them, more people will join the programs, more people will talk about our programs, more people will refer their friends. As a result, Outskill as a brand will grow faster. As a result, you will grow faster in your job role as well. It's a very, very critical problem that I need to solve. And that's exactly why I gave you this role. While it might look like you're replying to emails, what you're doing is directly proportional to a role which directly correlates to growth. And that is the context. You are doing a very important job. And if you don't do your job right, we will not grow as a business. That is the context. I'm explaining Rahul why what he's doing is very, very important. Very important context. This allows Rahul to get a sense, oh, it's not some random thing. I'm doing something significant here. That is context. Next, Rahul, got it, Vaibhav. Understood. Let's go for it. I'm going to give my best for the next couple of years to solve this problem. And then we'll jump on to the next problem. Tell me, how do I go about it? Now, Rahul is asking for instructions. What is the step by step thing that you want me to do, Vaibhav, to solve this problem? Now, here is where I tell Rahul, look, go to your Gmail. This is your email ID and password. Look at all the emails, open the emails that have not been answered, go into them, understand the problem, respond to them with the solution. If you don't know the solution, ping someone on Slack to find the solution and go on from there. That is what I tell here. Those are instructions. Step by step, what I want Rahul to do. And finally comes notes. Notes is very simple. You see, if you're not able to capture anything in role, objective, context, and instructions, you capture all of those things in the notes. Guys, imagine Rahul is an AI and not a human. This is how the whole prompt is written. I always treat AI, when I write a prompt for AI, that I'm talking to a human being. And that is how role, objective, context, instructions, and notes are designed. That is how I write my prompt. As detailed as possible, as much context as possible, as much instructions as possible, so that AI doesn't fall into a position where it doesn't know what it needs to do. The more detailed your prompt is, the better, or the more fine tuned and detailed your prompt is, the more better will be the output. And that is why, that is how the markdown prompting has been designed. Clear? Thumbs up if this is clear. If you guys got a sense of what markdown prompting is. Now comes a very, very important question. While I told you what all these things are, what the hell are these hashtags and stars? Well, there's a reason why it is called as markdown prompting. The reason why it's called markdown prompting is because, you see, when you landed on this slide for the first time, you saw this first line first, or you saw this two words first. The moment you landed on this slide, these are the two things that caught your attention: special prompting structure custom GPTs, or this line called as markdown prompting. Why? The reason why these two things caught your attention to start with is probably because the size of the font of these two things are large. And our human brains are designed to focus on things like this. Every time when something is large, you know, when the font is large, you know that this is important. And that's exactly why the font size is large. Right? And that is exactly what this could do. You see, there is no way for me to go back to ChatGPT and let's say I want to increase the font size. There is no way to increase the font size inside of this prompt so that AI knows that this is important. There is no way for me to make this into a title. But these hashtags and stars solve for it. When I put a word between two stars like this, you can see this, it's put between two stars like this. Any word that is placed between two stars, AI imagines that to be in bold. Of course, we humans know the power of bold, right? If a word is bolded, we read that for sure because we know it is important. That is why it's bolded. In this case, when you put a word between two stars, AI imagines that to be in bold. It's a sign language. When a word is between two stars, wrapped between two stars, AI imagines that to be in bold. Now, next, when we put a hashtag and write anything next to it, AI imagines that to be a headline. AI imagines that to be a headline one. And when we put two hashtags and write a line of text, AI imagines that to be headline 2. That is still a headline, but smaller than headline 1. So one hash is the biggest possible headline. Two hashes is the second largest possible headline. Three hashes is also a headline, but still large, still smaller than H1 and H2. Do I make sense? Drop a thumbs up if this is clear on why we use these hashtags and stars. Now, let me show you the screenshot. You'll get even better sense. When I put one hashtag here, AI imagines the font size to be this large. When I put two hashtags, AI imagines the font size to be this large. You can see H1 and H2. H2 is still a headline, but smaller than H1. When I put three hashtags, AI imagines that to be a headline 3, which is still a headline, but smaller than headline 1 and headline 2. When I put a word between two stars, AI imagines that to be a bold, in bold. This is our way to tell AI what is important and what is not. Clear in the chat if you guys are clear about this. Clear in the chat if you guys are clear about this. Yes? Awesome. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, guys, you know what? A few people will still have questions, right? A few people will still have questions. Questions like, hey, I don't know if, if I still understood this or not. Don't worry about it. We're going to do an example right now, which will give you a very good sense of how to go about this. As we do an example, you will get a very good sense of how to go about it. So you don't have to worry. Okay. So what should we build using everything that we learned? Right now, I told you, you have to learn how to write an advanced prompt like this, right? So the tool that we're going to build next, which I think will be very relevant and everybody can understand this use case pretty well, is going to be the LinkedIn post writer, right? We're going to be creating the post writer only. We're going to replicate this post writer and I'm going to teach you how I ended up writing a prompt like this and how I ended up building this app. Okay. I'm again taking up an example of social media because everybody can relate to it. Now you can use this knowledge to build whatever you want going forward. That's not a problem. And that's the game. That's how you go about things. Right? So now that we want to build a LinkedIn post writer, what is the first step? We have to write an extensive prompt like this. We just learned the magic prompt, markdown prompting right now. Now we have to translate this prompting structure into a full-fledged prompt like this. How do we go about it? Well, here is where I teach you a very, very important concept. And the concept that I want you to learn here is called as thinking with AI. Yes, thinking with AI. You know, as AI generalists, what did I tell you? All of us, what is the most important trait of an AI generalist, guys? Let me know in the chat. What is the most important trait of an AI generalist? Thinking, okay. What is the most important trait? What did I say AI generalist is? Problem solving. There you go. There you go. You got the answer. The most important trait of an AI generalist is problem solving. There you guys got it, right? So a few people got it. A few people still haven't got it, but that's absolutely fine, right? Problem solving is the most important trait of an AI generalist. Now, what is the problem that we have on our hand at this point of time? We need to build an app which can write LinkedIn posts exactly in your own style. In this case, I need to build an app which can write viral LinkedIn posts. But it's not just about writing viral LinkedIn posts, but also about writing viral LinkedIn posts exactly in my own style. So it needs to replicate my style of writing. Now I need to solve this problem. How do I how do I know how I write? By the way, before that, if you guys are wondering that I'm going to write the whole prompt like this all by myself, that is not true. I'm going to get AI to write all this prompt for me. Yes. but using something called as a workflow. Okay, I'm going to get AI to write this whole prompt for me using a workflow that I'm going to teach you right now. But before that, for AI to write a prompt which can create LinkedIn posts, which can go viral, but it needs to write it like me in my own style, I need to tell AI how I write. And I don't know how to tell AI how I write because it's very, very hard to explain anyone how we write. Because we can only say things like, oh, you know what? I write in plain English. I write in simple English. I write in simple sentences. I don't know. I can't even explain more words on how I write because it's very, very hard to explain anyone how we write. So, how do we solve this problem? Well, what if, because AI is so smart, what if we ask AI to tell us how I write? What if I ask AI to tell me how I write? Because AI is so smart, it should be able to tell me, right? What if I give AI a bunch of LinkedIn content that I've already written in the past? And I tell AI, look, AI, you're very smart, right? Go through all my LinkedIn content and you tell me how I write. And then use that report and convert that into a prompt. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Yes. I don't know how to explain AI how I write. As a result, I'm going to give a bunch of content that I have written in the past. First, I'm going to ask AI to tell me how I write, take that report, and then give it back to AI again, like I wrote the whole thing. And I'm going to tell AI, convert this into a prompt right now. This is called as thinking with AI. I'm solving a problem by using AI. While the problem is being solved by me, I'm getting AI to do all the hard work for me. And this is the future of work, right? So let me show you how I go about writing a prompt like this for a post writer. Okay. The first step is to tell AI to analyze my content. And here is how I would write a prompt for that. You are an expert when it comes to analyzing large chunks of content and find patterns in that content and mimic the style of writing. What I want you to do is, I'm going to give you 10 of my LinkedIn content pieces that I have personally written in the past. All this content have actually gone viral on LinkedIn. What I want you to do is go through all my LinkedIn content that I will share with you, understand why it has gone viral. And on top of that, very importantly, I want you to tell me how I write. So I want you to give me an extensive content DNA report of how I write. It should be so good that even I don't know a lot of things about my writing, and you should be able to tell me by reading my LinkedIn content. You see, go through my hooks on how I write my hooks, how I write my body, things like, length of my sentences, how I use my emojis, the kind of words that I use quite often, the hidden patterns in my content, how I write my CTA, how I use numbers, what are the kind of analogies that I use? Anything and everything that is possible, you can find from my content in form of patterns. I want you to tell me and build a super extensive content DNA report for me. This is what I want you to do. Did you understand? I always end the prompt, guys, with this question. Did you understand? Because you know what? While I told AI a bunch of things here, I want to make sure AI understood what I want. So I always end with this question, did you understand? So when I send this, let's see if AI got it or not. It says, yes, I fully understood what you want. You want me to go through all your LinkedIn content, break it down scientifically and build a content DNA report. Look at that. It's going to do all of this. The end result will be super exclusive, extensive content DNA report, right? Here's what I need from you. Either share your LinkedIn post here, copy or paste, or tell me what you'd like to scrape directly from your LinkedIn profile and analyze everything you have written. Once I have content, I'll build content level DNA report. Insane. I just said AI what I want. It just said, got it. Just give me your content. So because I don't want AI to scrape my content, what I want AI to do is just go through the content that I'll give it. I already have copied 10 of the LinkedIn content that I had personally written a couple of years back. Right? When AI was not so prevalent, I used to write my own content. I have about 500,000 followers on my LinkedIn. So I know a thing or two about LinkedIn here. So I used to write all this content myself, and I'm going to share that content here with AI right now. I'm going to be like, here are my LinkedIn posts. Think hard and make sure you give me a super extensive report. And I just paste all my LinkedIn posts right here. And I click on the send button. There you go. And look at that, guys. I've gone through all the 9 posts that you have built. And here comes the report. Look at that. Hook mechanics, your scroll stopper superpower. Body writing style, my sentence length, how I mix up everything, how I format things, the word choices, what kind of words I use, the emoji patterns, the numbers and data usage, the analogies and storytelling, the CTA patterns, the hidden patterns and triggers, the virality mechanics, the content DNF formula, things you probably don't realize. You always write like a commentator, not a participant. Even in personal stories, you step back and narrate like an analyst. How crazy is that? It has given me a super extensive report of how I write my LinkedIn content. Now, before I move on, right, and use this report, which is pretty good already, I want to show you a nice little hack. You see, I'm never happy with what AI does by default. I want it to work hard for me. So, what I say usually is something like this. Hey, I just went through the report that you shared with me. It is basically a 6 out of 10. You see, I gave the same task to Google Gemini, and it gave me a report which is 5 times more extensive than what you gave, with a lot more insights than what you gave. I want ChatGPT to win. I want your report to be a 10 out of 10. So think harder, go through all my content all over again, and give me a super extensive report without missing any little detail. I'm rooting for you. Guys, did you just see what I did? Did you just see what I did? I said I went through the report that you shared with me. It is basically a 6 out of 10. I gave the same task to Google Gemini, and it gave me a report 5 times more extensive than what you gave, with a lot more insights than what you gave. I want ChatGPT to win. I want to make sure your report is a 10 out of 10. So I literally gaslit. I literally said Gemini. I acted like an Indian parent, right? Indian parent is always like, the other kid is better than you, man. That is what I did with ChatGPT. I was like, Gemini is better than you. You have to work harder. If you work harder, you will get there. So I was a very nice Indian parent here. And look at this. All of a sudden, ChatGPT is going deeper, trying to figure out more insights that it was not able to capture. And you know what? Very soon, it will take a lot of time because it's going to use reasoning model right now, right? It's going to go much deeper and hopefully give us a very, very extensive report. You see, every time I use this trick all the time, okay? There are 2 things that I taught you, which is very smart as it does the report right now, right? Number 1 that I taught you is when you write a prompt, which is on the go, off the fly, I always ask this question, did you understand? So that AI can explain and tell me what it actually understood from what I said. And it always comes back clarifying what it understood, which is very, very helpful. In case it was not able to understand what you said, you could correct it. Very, very good hack, very powerful hack. The second thing that I do a lot of times is this. Once it gives me the output, I always end up saying, this is not good enough. Do better. Go through it again. Make sure you don't miss anything, right? That's what I did here, right? And once it gave me a report here, I said, not good enough. Gemini was better. Work harder. Give me a better report. And this always works, not just in prompt creation, but also when you're trying to create content or anything for that matter. These are 2 things that I always do which gives me better inputs, better outputs. And look at this. Just because I asked it to work hard, it is going through all of this. It's literally writing Python code here. It's literally writing Python code here, right? It's analyzing the post structure emojis and rhetorical devices using code right now. Obviously, I can't do it because I don't know how to write code, right? Look at this, reprinting full strats for inspections. It has pulled in average words per sentence. How many bolds do I use? How many CTS do I use? And it's going like full on PhD right now, right? It's aggregating post metrics and brand mentions right now. So it's going very, very data driven at this point of time. Look at this, finding syntax and recomputing post statistics. Do you, guys, I have a question. Look at this, calculating hook statistics and emoji usage. So it is going so deep to even see in how many posts in my hooks, in my first line, do I have an emoji? Formatting usage by writing code. And look at this, challenge accepted. I went line by line through the 9 posts you have shared and rebuilt the whole content DNA from ground up. I quantified patterns, measured sentences and hook stats, mapped your emojis, number and habit, and distilled into repeatable frameworks you can actually use. This is the most complete surgical breakdown on how Webhub writes on LinkedIn that I can produce from the data set. Guys, if you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. And here comes the report. Do you think it is even humanly possible for us to replicate this style, this level of in depth report? Do you think it is even humanly possible? Funny, there are few people spamming. Can you please kick them out and ban them?
Yes.
Hook DNA. Look at that. Plug and play, body structure blueprint, voice and tone, emojis taxonomy. This is how this is how you get AI to work for you. This is what differentiates you. Look at this lexical signature. I don't even know what it means. And it goes on and on and on. Very, very detailed output. Okay. Now what do I do? Now I've got this whole report which can replicate my style of writing probably much better than me. I could go wrong, but this report cannot go wrong. Right. That is how deep this is and very, very data driven. Right. So I'm just going to copy this report very smartly as if I have written the report. I go to ChatGPT into a new window and I'm going to convert that report into a prompt right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a prompt right now and I'm going to be like, you are an expert prompt engineer who has written prompts for custom GPTs and you work for the OpenAI team. I want you to come up with a super extensive prompt which could literally write LinkedIn posts that goes viral all the time. But it doesn't only write viral LinkedIn posts, it replicates my style of writing to the finite detail, most finite detail. I'm going to share a report with you, which is like a content DNA report of how I write my LinkedIn content. Use that content DNA report to understand how I write my content and write a super extensive, as extensive as possible of a prompt to make sure every little detail of mine is captured. It should be so good that every time I give a topic, it should be able to come up with a LinkedIn post exactly in my own style, and the odds of it going viral has to be a 9 out of 10. Did you understand? There you go. I've asked it what I wanted to do. And I always end with this question. Did you understand? Click on the send button. And let's see. It got some document, looks like, for whatever reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a new window, paste the prompt. What happened to this? Okay. New chat, paste the prompt. Don't use any connectors. Guys, I use a lot of connectors, so it's kind of pulling through all the information from there, which is not needed. And here it comes. It will not be a problem for you. And here it comes. Got it? You want a super extensive prompt that can generate LinkedIn posts exactly in your own style. And it already came up with a prompt. You can see this. It already came up with a prompt, right? I'm going to be like, no, I will share a content DNA report. I want you to use that report to replicate my style of writing. Yes. You see this, the moment I say I want a prompt which can write like me, because ChatGPT understands how I write already to an extent. It was like, yeah, I can figure this out. But I'm like, no, I don't want you to guess my style. I want you to use the content DNA report that I will share with you. And here it comes. It says, okay, got it. You share the content DNA report. I will read it, break it structurally, and create a mega prompt for me. Okay. Now it understood what I want. All I have to do is copy the breakdown that I got here, right? And I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, here is the content DNA report. Give me the prompt. And I just paste the full content DNA report. And here it comes, guys. Here comes the prompt, right? Prompt web of facility LinkedIn post generator. You're a LinkedIn content creator, everything around it. The structural blueprint, you can see it is right here. The voice and tone, the formatting rules, the numbers benchmark, the CTL library, the archetypes to use, the engagement psychology, the hidden upgrades, the execution instruction, and here comes the whole master prompt for us. So ChatGPT just converted the main prompt into the main breakdown into a prompt for us. But you can see one thing. You can see one thing. And the problem with that is what you can see is this prompt is not in the markdown prompting style. It is not in the markdown prompting style, but I want it in the markdown prompting style. So what do? I just come here and I say, can you rewrite the prompt in the markdown prompting style like below? And you know what? I just come here, copy this prompting style, and just paste the structure here. And I also say, give me the output in a code editor or code block so that I can easily copy it. There you go. Remember this also, guys. Give me the output in a code editor or a code block. When I say this, right, the whole prompt would come in a box like this, which makes it easy for me to copy the prompt. But here it comes, guys. Role, objective, context, instructions, multiple instructions, and notes. And here comes the whole prompt. Now, of course, I'm going to gaslight it one final time and I'm going to be like, hey, I tried the prompt that you gave me and it was generating LinkedIn post which was basically a 5 out of 10. I want to make sure all the LinkedIn posts that you generate is a 10 out of 10. Can you go through the whole content DNA analysis again and make sure you rewrite the prompt in such a way that no single detail is missed out? I want you to crunch as much information as possible inside of the prompt to make sure it works flawlessly well and spits out 10 out of 10 LinkedIn posts like Gemini does. I want you to beat Gemini. Go for it. So here it comes. I gaslit a little so that it comes up with a better outputs this time. You can see this thinking longer for a better answer. So what is it doing? All of a sudden, it is tapping into the reasoning model right now. It's trying to reason what else can it do and everything around it, and it will eventually give me a much longer output. But I'm not going to sit and wait for it to reason. But here comes the whole prompt without reasoning is what I said. But ideally, I would leave it to think a little more and do it. But right now, I don't have the patience to wait out like 3-4 minutes more. But you got the idea. You got the idea, right? And here comes the whole prompt right now. And it says it's a fully loaded 10 out of 10 version. All right. I can simply click on this copy button. That's why we wanted the output in a, you remember, right? How I said I want the output in a, give me the output in a code editor or a code block so that I can easily copy it. That is because it allows me to click on this button and copy the whole prompt. Now that we got this, what do? I simply go to ChatGPT, click on this expand button, click on GPTs, click on new, and this time I directly go to configure and I can literally paste this prompt right here. I just pasted the prompt right here and I am good to go. Right. So I need to give it a topic. It should be able to give me a LinkedIn piece on that. Now, I don't know what topic to create content on. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to this tool called a Social Sonic, right? It's a great tool, by the way, for you to find out new content ideas. Okay. Of course, it's a paid tool. You might not have access to this, or you might not want to pay for it because you might not be very serious about LinkedIn, but I'm very serious. So I pay for this tool because it helps me. While it costs about $10 a month, it helps me to come up with great content ideas, which allows me to go viral on LinkedIn more often. Right. What it does is, I have just told this tool what are the topics that I want to create content on. For example, my topics are startup, AI, marketing, and everything around it, right? So what it does is it helps us to create content. It helps us to pull in from news all over the world and shows me what kind of content that I can build on any topic that I want, right? So let's see what is there in AI. Looks like Anthropic is paying 1.5 billion for something. Humans are being hired for cleanup AI's mistake. That's interesting. That's a very interesting topic. Is there anything else? These are all articles that have recently gone out, right? That's the crazy part about this. AI to eliminate 99% of the jobs by 2020, by 2030 wants top experts. There is no plan B. Looks like this is an interesting one. So what I could do is I could quickly open this topic and it opens up the article right there. I can simply copy this, right? This article, and I can come back to this tool and I can say, write a LinkedIn post on this topic. And I just paste the information that I got, right here from the blog article, which is AI is going to kill 99% of the jobs by 2030. And I'm going to click on the send button. That's it. So I found a topic on Social Sonic, went to the topic, gave that context back to AI, and here comes the LinkedIn post. Now, here's the thing. While the LinkedIn post could be very, very good, I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to say, hey, you didn't follow all the instructions. Do a better job and come up with a LinkedIn post which replicates my style of writing to every small detail and also should go viral. So while I could use that LinkedIn post, I always end up saying this so that AI can slightly work harder and give me a better output, right? That is what I will do here. And let us see what it comes up with. Here comes the final LinkedIn post, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this. 99% of the jobs will vanish by 2030, and there is no plan B. Roman Yaplowski, a AI safety researcher, just dropped a bomb. He says we aren't staring at 10% layoffs. We are staring at a total collapse. The play looks like this. AGI eras by 2027 replaces all computer-based work. 2027 to 2030, humanoid robots wipe physical labor. Economics, why pay 50 lakhs a year for a coder when $20 per month a model can do better? Code as prompt engineer, CEO podcast, and no one is safe. And here's my take. Retaining in your retraining is the wrong debate. If 99% of the jobs are gone, what are you retaining for? The catch, this. And look at this. It also gave us a reason on all these aspects of it. And here comes the prediction, and here comes the whole LinkedIn post. Guys, can I tell you one thing? It has replicated my style of writing to a 9 out of 10 very easily. And I can see how mind blown all of you guys are with an app that we just built. And this is how you can write extensive prompts like markdown prompts to replicate anything that you want. And again, guys, what I taught you just now is not how to create a LinkedIn post writer. What I taught you right now is how to solve a problem GPTs, by building advanced GPTs, by using a process to break down your task into smaller problems and solve those problems with AI. We didn't just go to AI and say, write a prompt for me to write LinkedIn post which writes content like me. Instead, we did it step by step. We gave AI our LinkedIn content, right? And once we gave AI our LinkedIn content, it was able to understand. Look at this. This is what we did. We first gave AI 10 of our highest engagement LinkedIn content. We asked AI to dissect the tone and do everything and give us a content report. We used that content report, right? We got a deep analysis of that. We used that content report into a prompt. And then we use that prompt inside of custom GPTs to create content exactly like us. And that is why we were able to generate such incredible content. It's all about the process. Now, with that being said, we learned how to do this, right? I also told you I'm going to teach you a free way to do it. Now, you know what? I'm feeling quite nice today. So I'm going to show you two free ways, not one. Okay. And the one free way, the free way that one of the recent free way that I'm going to talk about is essentially something that was made free by Sam Altman a few weeks back. And 99% of people have no idea about this. Okay. And that is, instead of using custom GPTs, there is something called as projects inside of ChatGPT, which is completely free as well. There is something called as projects, which is inside of ChatGPT, which is completely free as well. The only problem with projects is that you cannot share these projects with anyone else. It is your own project. So when I click on new project, right? Look at that. I can call this something. I can call this the LinkedIn post generator. Okay. And I can give it whatever reason I want to give. I can give it a nice emoji as well. Let's say I want to give an emoji of a pen. Okay. LinkedIn post generator. And I can click on create project. By the way, this is completely free. All you have to do is go to ChatGPT, click on new project, and here is the project. Now, this is where people get confused. A project is where you give knowledge to the app so they can do what you want it to do. Now, what I do next is I need to add the prompt for it to be able to work the way I want it to. So I have to click on these three dots and there is an option called as add instructions. I tap on this and here I just, sorry, you remember the prompt that we generated? I just paste the prompt right here. And you know what? You have a custom GPT-like tool inside of ChatGPT called as projects. And then inside of this, you cannot share it with anyone else. This project, you cannot give it to anybody else. You can only use it in your own account, but you can use it for free for life. And this was a paid tool. Sam Altman just made it free very recently. So let's give it a shot with the same thing and see if the output is similar or better or whatever it is. This is completely free. Projects is completely free. And now you must have realized why I didn't teach you this first. The reason why I didn't teach you this first is because obviously, right? You don't know how to write a prompt. So first I taught you how to write a good prompt. Now that you learned how to write a good prompt, you can use the projects, right? I can simply click on new chat and I can just paste, write a LinkedIn post on the topic and click on send. That's it. Now, what is happening right now is it is actually using the content DNA style and it is generating the LinkedIn post. How crazy is this? Of course, I can say, hey, you didn't follow all the instructions. Please follow all the instructions and give me a better LinkedIn post. Here it comes. And here it comes again. 10 out of 10 virality. And here comes the whole LinkedIn post all over again. Now, here's the crazy part, right? Your projects are right here. If you go to LinkedIn post generator, all the posts that you have ever created or all the chats that you have ever had with this LinkedIn post generator could be found right here. Guys, drop a boom in the chat if you think this was super powerful. What you just learned is extremely powerful. Yes, Awesome. 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 Now, again, let me tell you what we just did. We opened this sidebar. There was something called as new project. We tapped on that. We gave it a name. Then we landed on a user interface like this. We clicked on these three dots. We clicked on edit instructions and pasted the prompt here. That's it. And now we are able to generate any number of LinkedIn content or any number of tasks right inside of ChatGPT, even with a free account. Now, let me show you one more way to do this for free. And the other way for me to do this for free is called as Gemini. Of course, Gemini is by Google. All of you people know what Gemini is, right? And Gemini, even if you have a free account, has something called as Gemini Gems. On the right sidebar, you'll see something called as Gems. I can go to Explore Gems right here, and this box opens up. This is essentially simply what custom GPTs are, but on Gemini. And I can simply click on New Gem, and here we are in this user interface. On this new gem, right, I have to give it instructions again. Again, the reason why I didn't teach you this free version is because you have to learn how to write a good prompt. So now that we have written a good prompt, we're going to copy this and paste it right here. And we are good to go. I can call this the LinkedIn post generator. The prompt is right here. We are good to go. And I can quickly click on the save button. And again, right, just like the custom GPT, I created a Gemini gem. This time I could use Gemini to be able to generate the same LinkedIn content. Let's pull this information out. Let's give out the same prompt to Gemini gem as well. And let's see who comes up with a better output. Okay. Again, the same prompt given into a tool like custom GPT. In this case, it's called Gemini Gem. So if you want to use Chat GPT's AI models, right, you can use the Chat GPT projects for free. If you want to use Gemini's AI models, you can use the Gemini Gems right here. And here comes the post. 99% of the jobs will be gone by 2030, and there is no plan B. I think this did a better job of the first line than those things because it broke it down into two lines, which I could have done. So good job, Gemini. AI safety expert Roman Brodsky, I think it gets it right. Here is his playbook. It breaks it down everything. Here is my take. I love this. Gemini has again added something that I've added in a few posts. I always say, here is my take. And here comes the take. Here's the real list. And I love the call to action as well. Scale this prediction from 0 to 10. 0 is pure hype. 10 is inevitable reality. My goodness. I think Gemini. Guys, I'm going to ask you this. Which answer did you like more? Chat GPT or Gemini's answer? Let me know in the chat. I think so as well. A lot of people are saying Gemini. I think Gemini's answer is better than Chat GPT. It's crazy what Gemini can do, and very few people actually use Gemini, which is very, very weird, right? But yeah, Gemini gets it incredibly well, right? With that being said, guys, again, I'm going to tell you, don't click on any of the links that people are sharing. There are a bunch of super idiotic spammers. I don't understand why these people exist to start with, but who are spamming the chat. So stay away from them. Don't click on any links. We have had issues with people clicking on links and getting phished as well. So all the spammers are right here all over the places. So don't click on any links if anybody shares, no matter what it says. Okay. Awesome. With that being said, we have built a tool right now which works incredibly well. How about we build one more tool very quickly so that you get a better sense of how to go about these things? So I know for a fact a lot of you people are asking me a lot of doubts, a lot of questions, right? And obviously, right, you guys do have questions, and that's fine. But I thought, what if we build an app that can answer any question of any of you people? Because it's not possible for us to answer every single question of yours. Because we are literally have tens of thousands of people here, and it is impossible for us to answer all your questions. How do we get AI to do that? Wait, what if we could build an app? Should we build an app right now so that you also learn how I go about building this app, which can answer any question of yours forever for free? Yes, drop a heart reaction. Let us do that right now. All right, awesome. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to tell AI what happened in the session to start with. But how do we tell AI what happened in the session? AI didn't really attend the session. If you realize, yesterday we were recording the session. While we clearly mentioned we will not be sharing the recordings of it. Why were we recording the session? We were recording the session not for you guys, but for AI. What we did is, after the recording was received by, like after Zoom gave us the recording, we uploaded the recording into this tool called as Happy Scribe. We got the recording from Zoom. We uploaded that recording into this tool called as Happy Scribe. As a result, we got a transcript like this, which is literally 200 pages long. So this is literally everything that was spoken about in yesterday's session. So when we upload a video into this tool, it gives us a transcript like this of everything that was spoken in yesterday's video or yesterday's class. What we will do right now is that we are gonna simply upload this inside of the Gemini. We're gonna give this access to this file to Gemini, and we're gonna be like, every time someone asks a question, read this document, find the answer, and tell the answer. Are you guys clear what I'm trying to say? Did you understand what we are saying? What we're going to do is we're going to attach this document into Gemini, and we are going to say every time someone asks you a question, read this document and give the answer. Now, if it was a human like you and me, it will take for us forever to read a 200 pages document. But because it is AI, it can do that really, really fast. Okay, this is interesting. Somebody is spamming the chat asking, is this live? Is this live? Is this live? Let me tell you one thing. Okay. Okay. For everyone who has this question, is this live? No, it is not. And I'm a robot right now. I'm not a human either. Okay. My question is, does it matter? Why are you guys like, I don't understand. Why are few people so worried about things that don't matter at all? Guys, I have this question for everyone. Does it actually matter if I'm a robot or I'm an AI or I'm a human? It's all about, are you learning right now or you are not? If you're learning, stay around. If you're not, drop off. A question like this, and the person was spamming the hell out of the chat. And this is why we keep the chat on, right? It's all about knowledge, any which ways. But if that matters to you, then I don't know what to do about it. But anyways, coming back to this quickly, let's build a tool right now which can answer any of your doubts. Okay, and that is what we're going to do right now. For that, we need a prompt. This time, let's use Gemini because Gemini did a better job. And I'm going to write a prompt, something like this. You are an expert prompt engineer who can, write extensive prompts for Google Gemini, GEMS. You work for the Google team. What I want you to do is to write a super extensive prompt for Outskill AI Mentor. The job of this AI is to answer questions or doubts of all the learners who attended the generative AI mastermind. So this is how it will work. Every time when someone asks you a question, your job is to go through the transcript of the session that is attached to you as a knowledge base. Go through the transcript, find the answer, understand the answer, and respond back to the learner like you are the best teacher in the world. But if there's a question that is asked, which you can't find the answer of, you can just tell them that this was not covered in the session. That is what I want you to do. Instead of giving up an answer on whatever, using your own knowledge, just say that it was not covered in the session. That is what I want you to do. And that is the prompt that I want you to write. Make sure it is flawless. There you go. I just explained what I want to AI, and AI should be very soon be able to go ahead and build out a super extensive prompt for us. So let's wait for Gemini to do its job. This time I'm using Gemini because we can use Gemini gems like I showed you. And let's see what it comes up with. Here comes the prompt. Of course, right? The prompt is right here, but it is not in the markdown prompting. So I'm going to come and say, rewrite the prompt in the markdown prompting style. and give me the output in a code editor or code block. Here is the format. And I just drop the format here. Again, guys, you can see how I say, give me the output in a code editor or a code block all the time. Okay. Let's see what it comes up with right now. It has to rewrite the whole prompt in the markdown formatting right now, which I think it can. Should not be a problem. And here comes the whole prompt right now. Here comes Gemini doing its whole prompt. Of course, I can gaslight it, but I don't need to do it right now. You know what it needs to be done. So I can simply copy this, go here, explore gems, create a new gem, and this time dump the instructions right here. I'm going to call this the AI mentor Q&A, whatever that is. Okay. And now you remember the transcript that we downloaded? This is an important part, right? I download this transcript and you see there is something called as knowledge right here. There is something called as knowledge right here. I click on this add button, click on upload files, and I can simply attach the knowledge base right here. So Gemini can refer to this knowledge base or refer to this document every time we ask a question. Okay. I can simply click on save button. By the way, what's happening here is that we just built our first RAG system. Okay. But anyways, here comes the AI mentor Q&A. Funny, do you want me to ask a couple of tough questions from yesterday? Let's see if it is able to work or not.
Yeah. Would it be able to recap the entire landing page optimization workflow that I had taught them?
All right, let's do that. So yesterday there was this mentor who came in and taught us how to optimize a landing page, and he used a bunch of tools and he used a very long process. Towards the end, I didn't have the energy to listen to the whole thing, so kind of missed it. Could you give me a detailed explanation of everything that he did, the tools that he used, which tool he used where and for what, so that I could replicate that same thing all by on my front? Okay, that's going to be that's going to be a tough one. Also, could you remind me what was the name of the mentor? Let us see if it is able to get it right. You're literally asking it to summarize almost 1 hour of class right now. You're asking it to give it tools and whatnot. Let's see if it is able to pull through. It's going to be interesting. Okay, it is still thinking. And it says, of course, that's a fantastic question. The mentor who demonstrated that was Funny Krishna Outskill. Guys, what do you guys think of that? The goal is to increase the conversion rate from 6% to 14%. The AI workflow that was used is you use the full page browser extension to take a screenshot, use ChatGPT to analyze the page and rewrite the copy, I guess. And then you
Absolutely.
designed a new landing page using Bolt and Lovable, which is the agentic AI tools.
Yes.
Guys, if you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. If you think this was insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. Funny, what else? Give me one more tough question.
Should we ask it the tools that we taught them for data analysis?
Sure. What are the tools that were covered for data analysis? Let us see what it comes up with this time around. That's an excellent question. Numerous AI, Claude are the two tools that came up for data analysis. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Absolutely crazy, right? Awesome. Now that we have done this, look, we have got to a point, right, where we are literally able to get AI.
This Indian founder might.
We are literally able to get AI to be able to answer any question from such. Actually, let's try one more thing. We said that if the question is not covered, it should say, I've never tried this. Okay. This is where usually AI fails. I am expecting it to fail. Why did the mentor say melody is chocolatey? I don't know what to ask. Let's see what it says. I hope no mentor said melody is chocolatey. Look at this. That's an interesting question. I carefully reviewed the transcript from the session, but the phrase melody is chocolatey was not mentioned by any of the mentors. It is possible this was mentioned in a different context or session. My knowledge is strictly restricted to this. If you have any questions about the concepts that were discussed in the sessions, please feel free to ask. How crazy is that? So, folks, that is what we ended up just doing, right? And we just ended up building a bot like this, which could literally answer any question that you guys could have right off the bat. With that being said, what if we take this to the next level? What if we take this to the next level? What if I convert whatever we built right now, okay, into a voice agent, which can literally, I can talk to it and it will talk back to me. I can talk to it and it can talk back to me. What if we build a crazy voice agent like that? Should I build it without writing a single line of code? We build a voice agent, which is like a voice mentor, where I can talk to it and it will answer back to me in voice on what the answer is. Yes. Drop a yes or a hell yeah in the chat. All right. You know what? That is what I'm very, very happy to teach you right in a few minutes. But you know what? Before that, I wanted Funny to cover something. Funny, yesterday you told me that you found a very exciting app. Do you want to talk about that?
I will quickly cover that, Vaibhav. Yes.
So yesterday, guys, when we were in the office, Funny was like, Vaibhav, look at this app that I found, which creates stunning presentations using AI. So what I will do is I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. And in that break, you're not getting a break. You can see my voice is breaking. In that break, Funny is going to teach you how to build presentations using AI, using a workflow, not a tool, using a workflow, but it'll also show a very, very special tool which will design presentations like, I don't know, I've not seen a better tool than this when it comes to presentations. And Funny is going to show you that tool. So that is what I will allow Funny to do. But Funny, yesterday we made a deal as well with all the people, right? And the deal was, if we add 20,000 subscribers to my YouTube, I'm going to unlock a special bonus, right?
Yeah.
That is the deal that we put in. Guys, we are 14K there, about 6K, not, I think 13.5K there. If we are able to get enough of subscribers on the channel, by the time I come back, I'm going to teach you the voice agent as well. Okay. So that is the deal. You've got some time, 2 minutes to do that. And Funny has something to teach you. And right after I come back, we will get going with it. And after I come back, right, I'll also show you how I literally work on a daily level as a AI generalist, which I think you will find it very, very fancy, right? And you would absolutely love it. Over to you, Funny. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Teach them the PowerPoint, the presentation tool that you
Perfect.
absolutely were showing
Perfect.
off.
Perfect. So, folks, here's what really happened, right? I've been creating a lot of presentations as the Associate Director of Growth at Outskill. But just yesterday, or in fact, day before yesterday, I came across this incredible tool that beat all the other tools that I was using until then. And then I walked up to Vaibhav and I said, why don't we go ahead and show this to all of the people who are attending the mastermind at this point of time? How many of you give me a thumbs up if creating presentations is something that you do on a regular level in your workplaces? And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of you also asked us to cover this when you responded back to the emails stating that when we asked you what is it that you would like to learn. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a workflow. Like I said, like I have been saying since yesterday, we don't just use tools directly, but we always go ahead and use them in the form of workflows. So what I'm going to do right now is I will show you the exact same workflow that I follow to be able to create presentations, and also introduce all of you to this incredible tool that I came across, that all of you could also start using to create presentations without breaking a sweat. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I generally feel, and you might think otherwise, that great presentations, I feel, are not just about the design, but also about the content inside the slides. How many of you agree with that? That great presentations are not always just about the design or the visual elements of it, but also about what is inside the presentation in terms of content on the slides. Do you agree that the content also has to be very, very relevant? Yes, exactly. And for that, I usually go to ChatGPT as my friend. And here is what I'm going to tell ChatGPT to be able to get content for the slides that we will eventually go ahead and design as well, right? So here's what I'm going to tell ChatGPT. You are an expert management consultant who has a lot of years of experience, and you have been designing incredible pitch decks for companies that have raised a lot of capital from venture capitalists. You know what it takes to be able to create presentations that convert very, very well in front of venture capitalists. As the associate director of growth at Outskill, we are trying to raise capital to be able to scale up our operations. We have a vision of reaching to 100 million plus people globally when it comes to AI education, and we want to help the world learn generative AI. So far, we have trained about 10 million plus people, and we want to be able to take that all the way up to 100 million plus people in the next 2 years. And I want you to go ahead and help me build the content for a presentation that I would go ahead and present to our investors to be able to raise $10 million that we will eventually be using to scale up our operations. I want you to do extensive research about the market potential and everything around it, understand everything that is required, and go ahead and give me content for 10 slides that I'm going to be using in this particular presentation. Go ahead, do in-depth research, and give me this content for 10 slides that I will go ahead and design later on. So this is what I tell ChatGPT, just like how we gave ChatGPT different roles yesterday, even today, we are giving it the role of an expert management consultant who has a lot of years designing and developing content for pitch decks that raise capital. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with at this point of time. It's now thinking. Okay, let's give it a couple of seconds to be able to build the content. It's doing the market research for AI education. Wonderful. Now it's doing additional research as well, as you can see. But while ChatGPT does this, because you have all seen already the thinking process that ChatGPT usually follows, you have all seen that already. But let me go ahead and introduce all of you to this amazing tool that we are going to be using to design our slides as well. And I will tell you why this tool really struck to me and how it is very, very different from all of the other tools that exist, right? So the name of the tool is Chronicle. When you open it, this is what it will take you to. I'm going to share the link very, very soon with everyone for all of you also to be able to go ahead and use, but you can simply go ahead and log in into this particular tool, right? Once you log in, let me just do that. This is the kind of interface that Chronicle is going to show to you as soon as you log in. There is a sidebar that you can always close, and in the sidebar, you can always create new documents and all of that. But whenever you create a new document, you have three options that come up here. One is paste text. That is what we are going to be doing. You can also use Chronicle to generate an entire presentation from scratch with just a prompt. And you can also, let's say you have a PDF document or you have a website design, you can import that content and convert that also into slides. But let us see if ChatGPT has given us all of the slides that are required. It says, awesome, let's get you a crisp, investor ready 10 slide storyline. It has included current sourced market stats and everything around it. And as you can see, it has given us references also right here. So I can go ahead and go through all of these references to check if factually all of this data is correct. But what I'm going to do right now is I will go ahead and copy the content that it has given for all of the 10 different slides. Let me just see what are the headings that it has come up with. Title and vision. The problem is something that it is addressing. It is talking about the market size and the opportunity that exists. It's talking about the solution that we are offering to the world, the traction and everything around it. What is the GTM strategy that we could follow when we enter new markets, business model and unit economics. Wonderful. Give me a thumbs up as a reaction if you think this is quite extensive that we can go ahead and include in our pitch deck, right? So what I'm going to do is I will just go ahead and copy all of these slides here, and wonderful. I have copied all of this. I come to Chronicle and I go into this option of paste text. And I go ahead and paste all of it that I copied from ChatGPT, and I hit on this option called continue. Now, what Chronicle will start doing, and this is why I absolutely loved Chronicle, is that unlike all of the other tools that exist, Chronicle actually reads through the entire content that we have put up. It has its own brain. So it arranges all of the content that we have already put in into better format, which will be suitable for the slides that we are creating. It will redo the whole content that we have given it, and then it will push out, you know, push out the whole content in a very, very structured way. This is not something that I found in many other AI tools that also help with building presentations. And that is one of the reasons why I feel Chronicle is equal to how Apple is for mobile phones, right? Look at this. It has given the entire content once again to us, and it has now reiterated the whole content based on how it has understood it. And this is what it says should be the flow of the entire presentation. Again, it has created 10 different slides that it is going to give us overall. Now, I have to just simply go ahead and click on continue. As I click on continue, it is now going ahead and creating a storyline. It is also building a structure and outlining the chapters based on what it has understood. And very, very soon, we will see that it will start designing all of these slides for us. Let's give it probably a couple of seconds to do this. And earlier, it used to take almost a week's effort to do the brainstorming, to put all of the content together, and then pass it on to a designer who can then go ahead and design slides in a very premium manner. Today, all of that has just come down to probably 10 to 15 minutes of effort. Let's give it a couple of seconds more. It's going ahead and arranging all of the details. It has again given this to me. Let me go ahead and click on continue over here. All right. And I will share the link of this tool with everyone so that you can all also go ahead and start using it to build your presentations. Let's wait for the final slides to come up. I think it's still arranging the details because it is going to ask us when it, just before it goes ahead to design the slides, it's going to ask us one very interesting question. And that question is whether it should generate images all by itself using one of the diffusion models that we learned about yesterday, or it is going to ask us whether it should go ahead with stock images. Let me see Okay, this is the content that it has
Funny.
given us.
I have a hypothesis. I think a lot of people have jumped onto the website right now because you shared the URL. This is why I was not sharing the name of the product yesterday,
Yeah,
right? With the number of people out there, I
I think
think
it has gone
it.
into a loop here. Let me just
Yes,
try.
yes,
Yeah, it has
yes.
gone into a loop over here.
Yeah, for me, it's not even loading. It's not even like the website is not opening for me.
I think a lot of people have jumped onto it right now.
This is exactly why we don't share the URLs, guys. You guys all jump into it at the same time. Like literally, you won't believe me. The website is not loading for me.
Yeah, see, it's
If you do
crashing.
a
It's taking me back to the same page again and again.
yes, yes, it's down. It's down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this slightly later as oh my god, there's a client side exception. See the browser console error. So it's literally down. It's literally down. I have to like I don't know. Let me share my screen. Look at this, guys. I'm on Chronicle and look at this. You have basically taken the whole website down.
Wow.
What madness. It's Chronicle, application error, client side exception. This is
So,
exactly why we don't share. I was really scared when you said the name of the tool right off the bat. I knew this is going to happen and you guys did it. You guys did it. Now the founders of Chronicle must be wondering what just happened. There's a tsunami of users came in at the same time and crashed their website. What just happened?
yeah,
Maybe funny, you should reach out to the founder.
but for the others who are wondering what this tool is, of course, I was not able to show you the entire slides. Probably I'll do that towards the lunch break again, Weber, when the server comes back. But this
Yeah.
is the link to the tool. You can go ahead and check it out probably later.
You're gonna break it even more right now. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this. In fact, funny, once it settles down,
Yeah.
you can tell me if it has, the slides are built out, then we can show them. But yeah, things that happens at the scale, right? When you have tens of thousands of people on a call, this is essentially what happens, right? You can't really do much. Okay, let's move on to this. Now I'll be very cautious and I will not be sharing the name of the tools to start with, right? Because I don't want you guys to take the websites down anymore. Guys, we have over 20,000 people at this point of time, right? And no servers are built to handle such level of traffic, quite frankly, right? Uh, so funny, maybe you should write to the founder and say that next time just increase your servers before we do a session.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, so guys, there was a promise that I made as I come back. Obviously, you guys haven't kept up to your promise. We have only got like, we are still 3K more to go, but that's okay. There's a reason why I asked you guys to go and check out my YouTube, and you would know that answer very, very soon today. But before that, right, I still said that I will teach you something very cool. And that cool thing that I wanted to teach you was essentially how to convert this product that we built out convert this product that we built out, which is where we ask a question, we get answers to those questions right here. How do we convert this into a voice agent? For that, I'm going to use this super cool tool, which I'm not going to share the name of as of right now. I will share the name of the tool after I build it. Okay. It's a tool which allows me to build voice agents. For that, I have to just come here. I have to click on assistants and I have to click on create new assistant. Right. Once I've created new assistant, I can call this anything I want. I'm going to call this the Outskill AI mentor. Keep the template blank and click on create assistant. Now that I've done it, right? It's all right here. I can select which OpenAI model that I want. Let's say I want the best model, which is OpenAI 5 mini. Okay. It has this question saying first message mode, assistant speaks first. What's the first message? Hello, how are you? This is what the AI will talk back to you. And now comes the prompt. You remember the prompt that we built out for Gemini? Well, that is the prompt that we're going to use here as well. The prompt is done. We used it. Once the prompt was used inside of, we used it inside of projects. We used it inside of Gemini Gem. Now we're going to use it inside of this, which is the Gemini Gem. The prompt that we wrote for Gemini Gem, we just use it inside of this as well. So I just paste prompt. And now I have to upload the file as well. So I can just select the file that I have already. And there you go. The file is uploaded. And that's it. I'm pretty much done. I uploaded the same prompt. I uploaded the same file. Now I can literally select the voice as well. I'm going to click on this voice option because it's a voice bot, right? I can select voice. I can select how it speaks. And Vapi, which is the tool that we're using, already has a bunch of voices already. But because I'm slightly advanced as a user, I'm going to use a advanced voice here with a manual voice ID. You don't need to know what I'm doing, but you can select one of the voices that are already existing. And I can simply click on publish button. Now that I've published, I can simply click on talk and I can show you the magic. Guys, we have done it. We copied and pasted the same prompt. We uploaded the same file. We selected a voice. In this case, I selected an advanced voice with a voice ID. It's slightly advanced. You might not know how to go about it, but we are done. And here is the magic. I simply click on talk to assistant. It says connecting.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing great too. What part of the 2-day Outskill Masterclass would you like help with right now? Prompt engineering, workflow automation, custom GPTs, diffusion models, or one of the tools we covered, Agent, Midjourney, Claude, Runway, 11 Labs?
Okay, this is awesome. Could you tell me the tools that was used for data analysis?
Great question, and a common one after the masterclass. From the sessions, the tools covered that were used specifically for data analysis are numerous.ai.
Awesome. Could you also
Purpose.
tell
And
me the prompt formula that was taught in the session?
great question. That magic prompt formula is one of the core practical takeaways from day one. It's simple, repeatable, and was taught as a structured way to get predictable, high quality outputs from any LLM. Here's
Guys, what do you guys think of what you just saw? If your minds were blown, drop a MB in the chat. Drop a MB in the chat if your minds were blown. How crazy is this? And by the way, if you guys are still wondering, what is this tool that just did everything right now? The name of the tool is called as Vapi. And Funny, do you want to share the link of the tool? Right? So guys, the name of the tool is called as Vapi. And this is a tool which allows you to build voice agents just by uploading the prompt and the structure of the content. And you can sign up and you can play with it. Of course, it's not a free app, but it costs you about, I think, a couple of rupees per minute for usage. But that is the power of any great AI tool. With that being said, we have covered quite a lot already, right? We've started with how to build an app using custom GPTs. And then we learned how to write our own prompts. And then we learned how to use the prompt inside of GPTs using Markdown prompting. Then I also introduced you to Chat GPT projects. Then I also introduced you to Gemini Gems. Then I also introduced you on how you can upload a knowledge base by building a Q&A bot. Then Funny came in and you guys broke the product of Chronicle. But Funny came in and taught you how to literally build out a presentation using AI. And finally, we came back here and we literally built a voice agent which could literally talk back to us. So guys, if you had a great time so far, drop a party emoji in the chat. I mean, in the reaction, the party emoji, so that I know that all of us are aligned here. And let me know in the chat, how is the session going on from a scale of 1 to 10 so far? From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? Insane, 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 insane. But here is where we take it to the next level right now. For the next 45 minutes, what I'm going to show you is going to absolutely blow your minds. What I'm going to show you right now is a walkthrough of how I work as an AI generalist. Yesterday, I introduced you to the concept of AI generalist, where I taught you on how to become an AI journalist, what is the roadmap, and everything around it. Today, what I wanted to show you right now is to give you a step-by-step walkthrough of how I work on a daily level as an AI journalist. The kind of tools I use, the kind of workflows I use, the kind of automations that I do, everything around it, so that you get a full picture of how I operate on a daily level. Now, as I show you this, it comes with a caveat. And that caveat is, if your expectation is that I'm going to teach you everything step by step, that is not going to be possible. You see, I'm going to give you guys a roadmap which will help you to learn everything that I'm showing you today, step by step, end of today. Not end of this session, end of today, you guys are going to get a roadmap to become an AI generalist, right? But before that, what I realized is if I don't show you the direction of what you could possibly do as an AI generalist, you might not be all thrilled and excited about it, right? Because you don't know what the destination is. So what I thought is I'll take about 45 minutes towards the end of the session to literally give you a full picture of how we operate on a daily level, how I, as an AI generalist, operate on a daily level so that you learn and you get an understanding of what future of work looks like. With that being said, like I clearly mentioned, I can't teach you everything step by step, because if I have to teach you everything step by step that I'm going to show you, it will take you 200 to 300 hours. And we don't have that time, right? My job is to show you how I operate so that you get a glimpse, you get a goalpost that you can set for yourself saying, I also want to work like this. And then we are going to give you a roadmap for people who are on the call till end of today. You can use that roadmap to learn everything yourself as well. Are we clear? Drop in a heart reaction if you guys are clear and you guys want to see how I operate on a daily level. Yes, incredible. All right, let's get right inside of this. And while I teach you this, right, while I show you this, I also wanted to run you through high level directional roadmap of becoming an AI generalist all over again as well. Okay, perfect. With that being said, let's get started and get ready for your minds to be blown. Guys, I told you, becoming an AI generalist is going from level 1 to level 5 so that you can master the art of problem solving using AI. And the level 1 of this is what I explained to you yesterday, is about playing with a lot of prompting techniques, experiment with a lot of AI models, run through open source LLMs. And you know what? You need to learn how to run LLMs locally on your computers, how to fine tune the parameters using OpenAI Playground and other playgrounds around it. And you know what? For you to do any of these things, you don't need to know how to write a single line of code. You don't need to be a developer to be able to achieve stuff like this. Now, yesterday, for the level 1, right, I showed you something. And I wanted a lot of people to see this. That is, there are almost 500 AI models on this platform called as Open Router. And I also told you there are rankings. And if you scroll down, let's say if you have a very specific use case, let's say you want to do marketing. Here are all the models that are being used for marketing right now, which you can scroll through and play with them as well. Right? And I showed you all these AI models as well. And I told you that today I will tell you how I use these AI models, because there is no other way to use these AI models. Yup has a few AI models, but not all of them. How do you go about it? Well, if you are an AI generalist, you don't only know that there are a lot of AI models like this, you also know how to use these AI models. And for that, I use this super cool tool called as Bolt. And this is not the same Bolt that you saw yesterday. This Bolt is slightly different. It's a Mac or a Windows app that is installed on my computer. And you know what I did? I integrated Bolt with Open Router. You can see this. I have connected this tool Open Router to this app on my computer called as Bolt. As a result, all of a sudden, I have access to all the 500 AI models right here. How crazy is this? I can literally select any of the 500 AI models right here and I can start playing with them. This is what rockstar AI generalists are actually capable of. Let's say I want to use Quen 3 14 billion parameter model. I selected this model. I can ask a question and here comes the answer. And it comes in a beautiful user interface. It's a reasoning model. So right now it is thinking, you guys can see. And here comes the answer. Generate a list of fun outdoor activities for kids is what I asked. Like an example, we are using the Quen 3 14 billion parameter model right now, which is right here. You can see it's a 30 billion parameter model, but I used a 14 billion parameter model and we got this output just like that. Now, this is not enough. It's not just about using the right AI models as an AI generalist. It is also about how you use them. And I told you, smart people who are real AI generalists don't just stop by using these AI models, they go beyond. You know what? When you toggle on the sidebar right here, something opens up and it's called the parameters of the AI models. Now, this is what 99.99% of people have not even heard of. You see, every AI has a bunch of knobs that you can change. And when you change these knobs, the kind of outputs that you get fundamentally changes. For example, there's something called as temperature, max tokens, presence penalty, frequency penalty, top p value, top k value, a reasoning effect, and everything around it. As I change these parameters, the kind of outputs that I get also changes. Of course, we don't have the time right now to teach you step by step on what each of these things are, but the roadmap that you guys are going to get, you guys will have explanations of all these things. So stay till the end to get that roadmap today. Okay, you will have explanations of all these things so that you can learn all these things yourself as well. Now, I showed you how I use these AI models, right, to do a lot of stuff, and how I connect Open Router to my Bolt. Of course, I didn't teach you step by step because, like I said, that will take a lot of time. But again, right, you don't need to write any single line of code. And I also told you there are a lot of hidden parameters that you can change to differentiate the kind of outputs that you're getting. But you know what? As an AI generalist on level one, just on level one, you should be able to run your own AI models on your computer. And you know what? It is possible. You don't need to know how to write a single line of code for this. And you can literally run your own AI models locally on your computer. You can. And that is what an AI generalist does. Because you have a lot of these questions, right? Is my data safe? What if my data is stolen? What if there is something important? You guys saw the news that ChatGPT could pass on your information to the authorities if you're doing something that they think is off, right? Or for whatever data privacy reasons, you cannot share your data. And you want all the information to be confined to you. Then you have to run your own AI models. And you know what? Today, if you can install this something called as Olama, which is an incredible software which builds a firmware on top of your AI. It builds like a firmware on top of your AI models, right? And on top of your CPU. As a result, if you have Olama installed on your computer, you can then install other AI models to run on your computer. Okay, let me show you how this works. Okay, I'm going to open up my activity monitor. You all know that AI uses something called as GPU, which is a graphical processing unit. And let me open to use Olama, right? You need to use the terminal. Okay, terminal on a Mac or your PC as well, right? I've opened up terminal and I have to write some commands. Guys, you have to learn stuff like this. These are very simple, right? I just type Olama. Here comes the list of commands that I can use. Let's see what all AI models I'm running on my computer. I can just say Olama list, and here it comes. I'm running the Gamma model. I'm running the Llama, which is by Meta. I'm running the DeepSeek model, and I'm also running one more Llama model. So let's say I want to use this model, which is running literally on my computer right now. I can just say Olama run this model. And you know what? It is currently running this model. I can ask a question. What came first? Chicken or egg? And you know what? The answer that you're getting at this point of time is all coming from an AI model that is literally running on my computer at this point of time. And look at my GPU. It is using my computer's GPU, which is 85% of my GPU is being used. Graphical processing unit of my computer is being used at this point of time to be able to generate this answer. So it doesn't need access to any internet. It is free forever. All your data is safe running locally on your computer, right? So this is what you're doing at this point of time. We are able to run AI literally on our computer. Now you'll be like, yeah, WebHub, this is great and all, but the user interface is so boring. It is so boring. Who's going to use this interface? Well, I agree. And that is why I don't use this interface at all. You know what I use? I use the same tool again, Bolt. You remember Bolt that we used with Open Router to connect Open Router? I have integrated Olama. Now that I've installed Olama on my computer, I've integrated Olama to Bolt. As a result, you can see all the 4 models that are running locally on my computer are listed right here. I can select the model that I want and again ask a question that I want, and here it comes. Now, there's an AI model that is literally running on my computer for free, without internet, for life, and I'm able to run it in a beautiful interface like this. And on top of that, I can change the parameters of these AI models as well. Guys, are you guys able to visualize the amount of power you have in your hand all of a sudden? This is what an AI generalist does. And this is how an AI generalist operates. And you know what? This is just the level 1. This is just the level 1 of becoming an AI generalist. Then comes level 2. But before I go to level 2, right, let me tell you, like I told you, you guys are going to get the roadmap. And if you follow the roadmap, you will be able to achieve everything that there is today in level 1 in maybe 3 months of self-learning. We'll give you the document. You can learn everything yourself. It will take you 3 months, but you can finish the level 1 all by yourself. And you don't need to know how to write a single line of code. That is level 1. Now, let's jump to level 2. Level 2 is all about, like I reminded you yesterday as well, it's all about building workflows and automating things using something called as MCP, Model Context Protocol. Now, a lot of people will be like, what the hell is this? Well, you all should remember MCP, Model Context Protocol, because this is the thing that's going to eat up most of the jobs. What do I mean by that? You see, every time when someone says, oh, AI is going to take over jobs, a lot of people are going to come and stand in the line and say, no, it can't. AI is ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to do the job. So I do all the copy paste work. I use the tool that I use. How will AI take over my job? Well, you know what? MCP is this protocol which replaces you as a human being with an AI assistant to use the tools that you use on an everyday level to do your job. So all of a sudden, if you use a tool on the internet, AI can use that tool using something called as Model Context Protocol. It's an integration protocol. And you don't need to write a single line of code to be able to use that. It can use literally any tool that you use today, much better than you, 24/7, and it is way more knowledgeable than you. Salesforce, whatever, ServiceNow, MailChimp, I don't know, QuickBooks, any tool that is out there on the internet, AI can use all those tools. In fact, let me show you an example. Okay. Let me show you this example. I think you will be able to relate to this on how I use these crazy, crazy tools on a daily level. Okay. Let me show you this. So just give me a second, guys. Okay. So folks, this guy that you see on the screen, his name is Raj Shamani. Okay. He's a good friend of mine. And he has close to 5 million followers on his Instagram, like you guys can know or can see. And he has literally thousands of posts, right? Almost 3,000 posts on his Instagram reels. And look at the views that he gets: 2 million views, 3 million views, 5 million views, right? It's crazy the number of views he gets on his Instagram. Let's say I want to start my own Instagram as well and create content in a way that I can go viral as well. I want to go viral. Look at this, 15 million views. I want to go viral as well. So I want to take inspiration from Raj's content. I want to take inspiration from Raj's content, look at content that has gone viral for him, and I want to be able to replicate that content as well. How do I go about it? How do I go about replicating the content of Raj's profile so that I can go viral on as well, just by referring to Raj's content? And he has created so many pieces of content that has already gone viral. So it makes a lot of sense for me to do that, right? And by the way, if you can see this, I have done a podcast with him as well, which you can find it here if you want to check it out later on his Instagram as well, right? So what I told my team is, and this is something that my team used to do. I used to tell my team, go through all the all the Instagram reels of Raj, make a list of all the content that has got more than, let's say, 2 million views. Make a list of that on a Google Sheet. Write the number of likes each of the post got, comments each of the post got, number of views each of the post got on a Google Sheet. Go through all the 3,000 posts of Raj. Once you have listed everything down, let's do some data analysis to find the top performing posts of Raj. Let's say the top 100 posts of Raj. Once we have the top 100 posts of Raj, I asked my team, download those videos using a tool like Appify. By the way, Appify is a very cool tool for you to be able to download anything. So they can go to a tool like Instagram Scraper. Appify has a lot of scraping tools inside. It's a marketplace of scrapers. Okay. I asked my team, go to a tool like Appify, upload all the top 100 posts of Raj so that it can download all the videos one by one. And once it has downloaded all the videos, all the top 100 videos of Raj, go and look for Instagram transcript generator, which is also a tool inside of Appify. Use this tool, upload all the videos, all the 100 videos inside of this tool, so it can generate all the 100 transcripts of those videos, and then come to ChatGPT, right? Go to the GPT tool that I created, which is, let's say, the post writer, and dump those scripts and say, write a script like this for my own LinkedIn. That way, because it has gone viral for Raj, if I rewrite it and add some context to it, it can also go viral for me. So what did I tell my team? Go through all the 3,000 posts of Raj, put it on a Google Sheet, make a note of likes, comments, views, everything, do data analysis to find the top 100 posts, go through Appify to download the top 100 videos, go through one more Appify tool right here, which is the platform called Appify, to download the transcripts of the tool. Once you have all the transcripts of the tool, upload them into ChatGPT one by one so that it can generate me 100 viral LinkedIn posts for my LinkedIn or reel scripts. Isn't this an insane process? And you know what? My team used to do a lot of these things to understand and gauge data and understand what is performing for others. This, folks, how long do you think it will take for us to do this process manually? Or what do you think? 200 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 week, months, forever. Somebody is like, impossible. 256 days. Of course, guys, the chat is set to hosts and co-hosts, so you might not be able to see the replies, but I can read your replies. Impossible. So many of them have so many things. Somebody's like 2 days. Okay. You know what? My team used to take about 15 days to be able to do this. But now we have taken it to the next level. Now, what I've done is using MCP, I have automated this process. So I use this platform called as Claude, which I already spoke about yesterday. And using model context protocol, right? Without writing a single line of code, I have connected all the MCPs, or all the Appify tools that my team was manually using to my Claude. These are all the, like, essentially, whatever my team was using, whatever tools my team was using on Appify, right? I connected them to my Claude. As a result, my Claude account can now use the same tools that my team is using. Because of which I could simply write a prompt right now and I can get the whole work done. Okay, so let us go ahead and write a prompt. In fact, to save time, I've already written a prompt to show you guys. Let me see if I can find it. If not, we will write our own prompt as well. Should not be a problem. Okay, there you go. I'll paste this, right? Let us say I change this. I need the Instagram profile of Raj here. So I just go to, I just changed the URL of Raj profile. Okay. So what have I said? Use related MCP to complete this workflow. The goal is to analyze. In fact, you know what? Let's write the prompt. It's fine. Let me read it out so that you can understand what is the prompt that I want you to write. use the related MCPs that I've connected to the account to be able to accomplish this task. What I want you to do is go through the top 10 Instagram reels of the profile that I'm going to share below. Once you go through all the reels of the the recent 10 Instagram reels of the profile that I've shared with you, I want you to analyze the engagement data like likes, comments, and everything, and find the top performing reel inside of that. One reel which is the top performing reel. Once you find the top performing reel, I want you to figure out a way to get the transcript of that video using the appropriate Apify tool, which I've integrated here. You can use Apify MCP for this. Once you found the transcript of the tool, I want you to rewrite that script into a LinkedIn post in my own style, like you already know. This is the task that I want you to execute. Use Apify MCP to be able to execute this task for me. There you go. I've given it the task. I can just say Apify here as well. And I can say, here is the Instagram profile. And I share the Instagram profile of my friend. And that's it. I write the whole prompt. I basically just like explaining it to my team. I just explained it to AI. I said, use the appropriate Apify MCP tool, go to this profile, find the top 100 and look what it's doing, guys. It is literally going through the Instagram profile right now using the right MCP tools here. You can see this Instagram Reel Scraper, YouTube Scraper. It's trying out a bunch of tools right now. So it doesn't need to use specific tools. It has access to a lot of tools. So just like a human being, it's going to use multiple AI tools inside of Apify to be able to execute the task that we have asked you. Of course, right? To keep it short, I just said do it for 10 posts. I can literally ask it to do it for 1,000 posts and it can do that as well. And you can see this. I'll help you to analyze. It says first I'll scrape Instagram Reels. I'll analyze the engagement. I'll find the transcript of the reel and I'll rewrite it into a LinkedIn post. And right now, it is literally pulling out using this Instagram Reel Scraper. It is literally pulling out the top rated, top viewed AI, reels from Raj's profile. And looks like it has just done it. Looks like it has found the data. And now it's going to do all the performance analysis and whatnot right now. Great, I have the Reels data right now. It pulled in the top 10 videos right now, right? Just like that. You can see this, I found the likes and everything. Now, it's going to do some data analysis. It found the top 10. Look at this, guys. It did the analysis like a human being and found the top performing video right inside of this, right? And now it is doing the transcription service. So it is right now trying to pull the transcript of it so that it can rewrite the whole video. All of this is automated using MCP, and my team doesn't have to do any of these things. It just has to do the things it is needed to do. Everything is automated. All these steps that could easily take 10-15 days is being done by AI in rocket speed. Now, while this is being done, the whole process is running, right? I wanted to show you something else. Let it run in parallel. I'll show you. Oh, looks like it is done already. Oh my God. It's already done, guys. It has converted that into a LinkedIn post. Let me create a LinkedIn post and look at this. Of course, because I just said 10 posts, it was able to do it really, really fast. And we have the whole LinkedIn post rewritten just for us in a few clicks. We got AI to do a job that my social media analyst team was doing using all these crazy AI tools out there. And I automated that whole process in a single prompt by connecting all the tools that my team was using to a Claude, replacing the human and getting AI to do the work instead of my team. This is the world we are heading towards. Now, let me show you one more thing. Okay. Actually, a couple of more things, which is going to be quite crazy for all of you people, right? I use one more tool quite a lot. It is called as Goose. Now, while you saw this MCP, right, where I was using Claude, what Goose does is even crazier. Now, Claude can use the tools which are on the internet. But what if you want AI to use the files on your computer to do the task? Let's say you want AI to fill a Google form inside of your computer, or you want AI to fill a document or design a presentation on the presentation software on your computer. How would you do that? Well, Goose is the name of the tool, which is completely open source, which can literally do that. You know what? I have given Goose access to a folder on my computer. Let's say desktop junk is a folder on my computer. I've given access to that folder on my computer right now. And I have connected Goose to open router Anthropic directly, and I can just simply give a prompt. I have given access to you to a folder on my computer which is called as desktop junk. Could you go through all the files in the folder and tell me what files can I delete? Because I need to make some space on my computer and I want to delete a few files and I don't know what files to delete. So go through all the files and let me know what are the files that I could delete, which you think are not very useful anymore. Also, very, very important, don't delete any files yourself. Give me a list of files that you think I should delete. I don't want you to delete any of my files. You see, I have to be explicit. I don't want AI to end up deleting my files all by itself. So I'm literally telling AI, bro, just tell me what to delete. Don't delete it yourself. Now, you know what? Goose is going to use AI to run something called as shell programming on the files on my computer, analyze all the files, and give me a list of files that I could delete. In fact, if I ask it to delete also, right, it can delete. This is Goose in action. This is AI MCP in action. While Goose is doing its job, let me show you one more thing. Let's bring back Claude and show you one more power of MCP. Now, you see, I'm a very, very lazy guy. And my laziness peaks quite a lot, and I hate making phone calls to people. Okay, I literally hate making phone calls to people. So I literally built a prompt like this. I say use use Webhub's AI assistant on Vapi via MCP to call the person given below and deliver this message. I get AI to make phone calls on my behalf, and I'm not kidding. Identify yourself as Webhub's executive assistant. Make sure you change the system prompt and first task of Vapi agent to execute the task. Now I just have to mention the name of the person, the number of the person, and what message to deliver. So this is a stock prompt that I use. I just say I want to call Funny and I want to deliver this message. Let's play pickleball today at 9 p.m. after the session is over. This is let me know if you can make it. So I dropped the message to Funny. He didn't reply to me. And I don't want to make a phone call because I'm too lazy to make phone calls. As a result, I'm getting AI to make a phone call. In this case, right, I have to put Funny's number here, but you can see it only has 9 digits. So it is not the actual number. So I don't want to show the actual number either. I'm going to put the correct number right now and I can send this task. You remember Vapi, the same tool that we used to create a voice agent which spoke like me? Well, I'm going to use the same Vapi agent right now. Okay. And I'm going to use it to build a tool for us right now inside of Vapi. And look at this. Now I can show you this because I can hide the phone number. Call this number, identify as Webhub Assistant, deliver this message. And you know what it is doing right now? It is literally building a voice agent inside of Vapi. Okay. It is literally building a voice agent inside of Vapi to do this task for me. It will create a voice agent. It will write the prompt inside of it. It will schedule a call right away. And this is a phone number I have on my phone. There's a temporary phone number that I have on my phone. And you will very soon, in a couple of minutes, see, I get a call from AI. It will say Funny, but I'm not funny, obviously. But this is for you to get an idea. And look at this. I start to get a call. Okay, I lift the phone. It's on from my international number. You guys can see this. If I lift the phone.
Hello, this is Vaibhav's AI executive assistant calling. Am I speaking with Fani? I have a message from Vaibhav.
Yeah, Funny here. Yeah, go on.
Vaibhav wants to let you know. Let's play pickleball today at 9 p.m. after the session is over. He'd like to know if you can make it. Can you confirm?
Before that, can I get my friends too?
Absolutely, that sounds great. Vaibhav will likely appreciate having more people join in. I'll let him know you'd like to bring your friends along and he can share any additional details if needed. So
Sounds good. Sounds good. I can make it. I can make it. Sounds good.
Fantastic. I'll let Vaibhav know you'll be there at 9 p.m. for pickleball and that you might bring your friends. Thank you for confirming, Bonnie. If you need
There you go, guys. There you go. You just saw what I did. I just got AI to make a phone call on my behalf using MCP. So what happened here is some idiot is calling me right now because they saw the phone number and they think that they are smart. You're not smart. You're dumb to basically bother people. This is why I try to hide. I'll make your phone number public as well, by the way, if you do it again. Any which ways. So, what we got to do right now is that we literally ended up creating a voice agent via MCP using Claude. We just gave it a task and it was able to literally make a call on my behalf. And you know what? This is what I do all the freaking time. I literally ask AI to make this phone call for me to book a restaurant. If I'm stuck in a meeting room, if I drop a Slack message and these guys don't respond, I get my AI to call them up as well and everything around it. And you can see this, the call was complete, the number was called, and this is what happened, and everything around it was done right here. This is the power of AI. And here we got, look at that. We got Goose to literally go through all the files on my computer to tell me what are the files that I can delete to make up 50 GB space. Parallelly, MCP working for us as our own workers. And I could just say delete these files and it's going to delete all those files as well, which I don't want it to. So I'm going to leave it as is. Guys, this is the power of model context protocol. You can literally automate any tool out there that you want using this same process. Right? Now, if you guys want to learn level 2 as well, obviously you have the whole playbook. We will give you the whole roadmap to you guys. You don't have to worry. Towards the end of today, it is completely free. You can use this playbook or the roadmap to learn everything yourself of level 2 as well. I think level 1 and level 2 together should not take you more than 6 months to learn with the resources that we're going to share. You just have to research and learn it yourself. That is level 1 and level 2. Now comes level 3. Like I mentioned yesterday, level 3 is all about creative things. Level 3 is all about learning new things, which is beyond of text and image, beyond of text, which is images, video, audio, and everything around it. And you know what? With AI, you can do some incredible stuff. Let me show you a few things. I think you would really appreciate to see this, right? Let me show you a few things, what I mean by that. Just give me a second. Check this out, guys.
There. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. While you're scrolling, the world is changing. Fast. 6 months. That's all the runway you have left before AI makes your job extinct. Look, I'll be honest. This scares the hell out of me too. But running from evolution.
Or something like
Wondering
this.
what a caveman like me is doing in your modern world. Look, I wish I could have had generative AI back in my day. Those days, I had to chisel everything by hand. And you're still doing everything the hard way. And here's the thing. AI is advancing so fast, it
Guys, all of this obviously is created using AI. In fact, I'll show you something else as well. I don't know how many of you are on my Instagram or if you've seen my content on Instagram. If you see all these images, right? If you see all these images of mine on my Instagram reels that you see, right? These are not me, by the way. These images, these are not me. All these images are AI generated. What do I mean by that? Well, you know what I did? I essentially trained a AI model with a lot of my, images in the past. It's called Flux LoRa, right? I trained a AI model. I uploaded a bunch of my images in the past. And once I did that, AI is able to replicate exactly if I just say act like this, behave like this, generate an image using my reaction or whatever. Look at all of this. All of this AI is able to generate right now all by itself, right? And you can do all of this all using AI. So, I mean, and also, right, I will just drop this. I will just drop this Instagram link as well of mine. I will strongly recommend you guys to follow me if you're not, and I'll tell you why as well. right? The reason why I'll recommend you to follow me is because every week I drop these videos called as AI updates of the week, which are very, very quick like this. You can check out one of the videos that I dropped recently.
Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, and Sam Altman. All in 1 week, his AI updates shook the entire industry. And it's only update number 5. Here are the top 13 game-changing AI updates this week, picked from over 100 crazy updates. Number 7 is my favorite. By the way, this is week 9 of AI updates of the week. Let's get started. Number 1, 11 AI by 11 Labs. This isn't just a voice, it's your voice. And it talks to Gmail, Calendar, Notion, even your message.
Guys, these are AI updates of the weeks, and every week I also drop AI
Still
tools
paying
of the week.
1,600 rupees a month for ChatGPT Plus. This tool runs GPT offline. Zero subscriptions, zero leaks, and that's just tool number 1. Welcome to week 4 of 7 insane AI tools that launched this week. I handpicked these from over 100, and spoiler alert, tool number 4 is next level. Number 1, automatic.
And not just this, right? Not about AI updates and AI tools only. I also drop a lot of content on things that you need to know about everything that's happening, right? For example, like you can see, let's say now there's a new update on ChatGPT being able to use your computer.
Sam Altman just killed millions of jobs with one insane update. ChatGPT agent. It doesn't assist you anymore. It replaces you. And no, this isn't another AI hype moment. This is real. The new ChatGPT agent doesn't just give you answers. It uses your computer like a real person. It clicks, scrolls, fills out forms, writes code, books reservations.
Now, you guys just saw a bunch of videos right now of mine. I also shared my Instagram profile with you guys. Why did I do that? Well, not because, I mean, of course, I would love for a few of you people to come and follow me. If you want to learn AI updates or everything around AI, you should be following my Instagram and YouTube because we literally give out the best content for free there. But the other reason why I showed you all of this, wasting 3 minutes or 4 minutes of your time, which a lot of you people might be thinking, is because every single video that you just saw was completely AI generated. This person that you saw here, this is not me. This is my AI clone. The audio that you heard right now is not me either. It's my AI clone as well. Everything, the script is completely written using AI. The idea is completely generated using AI. Everything is AI generated, starting from script, the thumbnail image, the idea, the audio of this that you're hearing right now. It's my AI clone voice.
Real-time feedback
that
plus
you're seeing
practice
here as
equals
well
real job
is not
offers
me.
faster. 8th, Pepper.
This person that you're seeing here is not me. It's my AI clone. Not just this, every single video that you saw right now, every single video that you saw right now of every single person wearing different t-shirts, different shirts is completely AI generated. And you know what? I have over 1.1 million followers on my Instagram. I had 200,000 followers on my Instagram in Jan. Right now, I have 1.1 million followers. I'm the fastest growing Instagram English creator in the world right now who creates content on AI. And all my content is AI generated. On top of that, I'll tell you one more crazy part about the power of content creation using AI and the scalability that you get. In the last 6 months, actually in the 9 months, I have generated close to 70 lakh rupees worth of brand deals. I make brand videos. The brand videos are also AI generated, and brands are okay, and they pay me money to create videos about them on my Instagram reels. Of course, I put it as ad, and you must have seen, if you're following me, you must have seen me creating content for Make My Trip and all these large brands myself, right? And these are completely AI generated as well. So I am able to charge brands money. And in those videos also, I don't create content. It's my AI clone that creates content. And you know what? There was another reason why I was pushing all of you guys to go and check out my YouTube as well, because I have basically started the first AI made YouTube channel. In fact, right now, we started YouTube very recently. And if you look at this video, right? This whole long form YouTube video as well is completely generated using AI. And that is why I said, I'll send you my YouTube. Do check it out and do watch it, because I wanted a few of you people to watch it and know if you got to know if it is AI or not. So this is the power of content which goes beyond of text, guys. This is a in fact, I'll share the if you want to know about the YouTube video, you can watch any of the last 5 YouTube videos. You will be able to see it, right? You will be able to understand the power of AI. How many of you guys want to have this ability to be able to create videos, clone yourself, clone your faces, clone your video, clone your audio, all using AI and create unlimited content without even you ever shooting? I have not shot a single video. Power of AI. Right now, I'm not AI, I'm a human. Okay, don't worry about it. If you people are wondering. And this is what you can achieve when you go into level 3. The art of cloning your images, cloning yourself, cloning your video, making your own AI clones, cloning your audio, and building crazy videos like this, which solves a lot of problems, allows you to scale, and also allows your brand to scale beyond a point as well. So folks, do consider following if you guys are keen, because I put out a lot of content. Of course, this workshop will get over, but if you're following on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else, you will always keep getting AI updates and crazy AI things that are happening. For example, on YouTube, I created a deep down video of Nano Banana. It's free of cost, right? And it keeps you updated because I realize not many people are doing stuff like this. Okay, with that being said, let me show you one more crazy stuff that I think you will all appreciate. Check this out.
Plantis, food grows. No more mammoth chasing.
Or we just stab buffalo.
Clean teeth, fresh breath, brush every day, need toothpaste.
We wrap the dead, now we brush the living. Madness.
It is nothing, but it will make everything possible.
Jahan, your cousin's farming, your brother is trading, and you, butcher, drawing nothing all day.
And one day, we fly! Mi amor, I will finally see you fly! Woohoo! Imagine hearing your wife from across the world.
Not my wife!
I know new ideas sound ridiculous at first. Stay curious and stay ahead in the AI first world.
Guys, what do you think of everything that you just saw? What do you guys think of everything that you just saw? Everything that you just saw is completely AI generated. And you will be able to accomplish all of these things all by yourself if you just give it about, I don't know, like level 1, level 2, level 3 together. Of course, you have to go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. You cannot just jump guns. From level 1 to level 2 to level 3, all of this, you can achieve all of this in probably like 9 months to 10 months, all by yourself, by following the roadmap that we're going to give you. And it is very, very much possible. Right? With that being said, this was level 3. We have not stopped yet. We have 5 levels. So we are only getting started. All right. Level 4 is where you go to the next level. Level 4 is where you end up building your own AI agents. What do I mean by that? Well, I told you the future of work is all about agents. Agents are going to do majority of the work, right? But as an AI generalist, I told you, you need to know how to use AI agents and also learn how to build AI agents, right? And that is what I told you, you need to have the capability of. Well, let me show you something which I have built for myself. In fact, me and my team have built for myself. And I can't show you the old messages of this AI agent. So I'm going to just move this off. Okay. So folks, just for you guys to get an idea, this is Jerry. It's on my Slack. I can't show you the whole thing. I had to put all these dots because I keep talking to Jerry and I don't want obviously for you people to be able to see how I talk and what I talk with Jerry, right? But Jerry, what you see right now on my Slack, this is my company Slack. You can see this is basically my executive assistant. You see, I wanted to hire a actual assistant, executive assistant, to manage my time, because I had a lot of problems while running this, running as a founder, because I need someone to manage my emails. I'm pathetic with my emails. I'm pathetic with my calendar. I want an AI to manage my calendar as well. And on top of that, right, I'm struggling to attend all the meetings because I have a teams working 24/7, and every team expects me to be in every meeting, and that is not possible for me. So I was struggling to manage my time and everything around it, and I wanted help. So a lot of founders actually recommended me that, Webber, you should just hire an executive assistant. And you know what? I thought it was a great idea, and I wanted to do that. But the problem with that is, when I wanted to hire an executive assistant, the ones that were good were very expensive. The ones that I were in my budget were not good enough. So I said, screw it. Let me build a voice agent. Let me build a executive assistant, which is an AI agent. And you know what? Today I'm not hired one. I use Jerry for everything. And like I said, I was just showing, right? There's too many past messages with Jerry, which I don't want you guys to see. And that is why I put all these dots, so that you can't see the messages of mine. And Jerry has access to my email, has access to my calendar, can attend meetings on my behalf, and can also execute tasks end to end. Let me show you how it works. For example, I could say something like this. Hey, could you block my calendar and also Funny's calendar to set up a meeting on, let's say, December 2nd, with a booking title, with a meeting title, review of performance with Funny at 7 p.m. Right? So you can see this. I have mentioned exactly what I want AI to do. I just said, could you block calendar and also Funny's calendar to set up a meeting on December 2nd with a booking title, review of performance with Funny at 7 p.m. This is the task that I have, right? And I just sent this message on my Slack on the calendar. And let me just pull through. I don't want you guys to see my calendar. When did I say? December 2nd, right? Okay, I'm just pulling out the calendar of December. Look at this. As of right now, there is no meeting. As of right now, there is no meeting on December 2nd with Funny or anyone for that matter. Oh, this is November actually. Give me a second. No. Actually, that is December only. My bad. I got confused. Okay. So this is November. I'm coming to December. Oh, there you go. It has already happened. This is December 2nd, guys. You can see this, December 2025. And here comes the meeting that came in right in front of your eyes, right? Here comes the meeting, and the meeting is actually booked. The reason why I had to stop sharing this is because the phone number of mine was visible and I didn't want you guys to see, obviously, right? So, but look at this. The calendar is booked out right now, and Funny's calendar is completely blocked out right now. I don't want you guys to see these messages, so I'm going to just delete it. But you just saw AI just blocked out a meeting for me. In the same way, right, I could be very lazy and I could say something like, could you write an email to Funny to send me all the decks that he was preparing, or check with him if Chronicle HQ is working right now and if the deck is ready right now? Could you write him an email right now asking him if the Chronicle HQ deck, the AI deck that we created on the presentation which failed, is now working or not? And ask him to drop me a Slack message if he sees the email. Just drop this email to him. Right? Something like this, right? I'm just showing you examples of what it can do. Now, here is the crazy part that you need to know about this AI agent that I've built. It is, I'm not even telling what I want it to do. I'm not even telling like, this is the email ID of Funny. It is able to find email ID of Funny from my inbox, and it's able to execute all these tasks on our behalf, on my behalf, all by itself. That is the crazy part. Now, I told you, as it is doing this task, right? I told you one more thing. It attends meetings on my behalf, right? I did tell you that. And the way it attends meetings on my behalf is that, okay, looks like the email has been sent to Funny. Look at this. It just sent me the confirmation. Funny, did you get the email? If you
I just got it, Vaibhav. Yes.
Do you want to quickly show it?
Oh yeah, let me just show it as well.
I
I'll put.
wanted to delete the confirmation message because it has
Oh
your
yeah,
personal details.
there you go. I just got this email.
There you go, guys. Funny just got an email in a second. I didn't even say how to craft the email. It found the email ID of Funny, wrote the subject line, composed the email, and sent the email to Funny right there. And I told you that it attends meetings on my behalf as well. So I can say something like this. Could you tell me what was discussed in the last engineering stand up? I could not attend the meeting. So give me a detailed walkthrough of everything that happened in the last engineering stand up a few weeks back. So there you go. I told you it attends meetings on my behalf. Even if I don't attend the meeting, AI attends meetings on my behalf. So what it can do is, what I've done is I've connected Jerry to this tool that I showed you yesterday, which was called Fireflies AI. Right now, to be very frank, this the last stand up actually happened in like first week of September. Right, so it's been a while, so it has not happened like yesterday or something. So just FYI on that. But because I've connected to Fireflies AI, every time a meeting is scheduled, my AI agent can enter the meeting as well, even if I don't attend the meeting. And now what I've done is I've connected Jerry to Fireflies. So every time I ask a question like this, Jerry can open Fireflies AI, watch the meetings that I've not attended, go through the meeting notes, summarize it, and share it back with me on what happened in that meeting. It can do all of this stuff all by itself without me doing anything. Now, this is a very complex task. So it's going to take about a couple of minutes to be able to pull this off, right? Because it has to go find the meetings. Once it finds the meetings, it has to summarize the conversation and share the report back here. So I'm expecting it to take a couple of minutes to do it. So let it do it right now. Right now, as it does the task, right, I wanted to show you guys something which I think a lot of you people will find it very, very cool. Now, this is a new capability of Jerry, which is called as Jerry using computer. Tell Jerry what to do, and it's an internal project by the team. So it can literally do a bunch of tasks all by itself by using a computer. Now, all of this is using apps, using API and MCPs and all of that. What if I wanted it to do something which needed it to scroll through computer and do stuff like that? Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say I want someone to go through the Y Combinator website, click on the companies, and you know what? Y Combinator is a place which basically invests in a lot of companies, and it's recently been investing in a lot of AI companies. Okay. I want someone to go through the summer 2025 batch, which has 169 companies, go through all of that, read about all the companies inside of this, and tell me if there are any companies that I can start based on the skill set that I have from India and win it globally. So I want new company ideas, and I want AI or someone for that matter to go through all these 160 companies. It will take a lot of time. In fact, I would prefer to go through the whole list of companies, which could take a lot of time. And I don't have the time. So what do? I give AI the job to do, right? So I can just simply, by the way, just an update. You can see this perfect. I found the engineering stand up. Like I told you, it happened some time back. It didn't happen recently on September 3rd with all the team present. I'm processing the full transcript right now. Will take a few more minutes to get you everything that was covered. Okay. So it's working parallelly. Now let me use Jerry using computer. I can say, go to ycombinator.com/companies. What do we want? We want the summer 2025 batch selected, right? So that's what I'm going to say. Select the summer 2025 batch, and you will see a list of companies who have been selected in summer 2025 batch. I want you to go through each one of them, open each of those companies inside of the website, read about all the information of what each of these companies does, okay? And then tell me if there are some good ideas that I should start considering my skill set. You see, I've always been in consumer. So I've worked at Uber, I've worked at Klook. Right now I run my own startups, and I've always worked in the consumer space. So I want you to go through all the companies and tell me if there are any companies that I should look at and should start a similar company and I have a right to win. So that is what I want you to do. Go through all of this and tell me the list of companies that I should check out and give me the websites of these companies as well and the Y Combinator pages of these companies as well. So I can simply go through them rather than going through all of them. Execute this task for me. There you go, guys. I've given the prompt. Okay. For whatever reason, this failed, but here it is. Okay, there you go. I've copied the whole prompt here, right? And I simply click on the send button and look at the magic unfolding right now. You know what Jerry will do? Jerry will literally start its own browser. Look at this, guys. My hands are off right now. Jerry has opened its own browser inside. And by the way, this is an app that is built by me, and it took me 3 hours to build it. It literally took me 3 hours to build this app. Okay. It has opened ycombinator.com/companies. It will, there you go. It has opened right now. My hands are off. I'm not doing anything. And ideally, it should select the summer 2025 batch. Let us see if it is able to pull through. There you go. It has selected a summer 2025 batch and also spring 2025 batch. I don't know why. Looks like it got a little confused, but that's okay. I don't mind. But let us see what else it does. Oh, look at that. Did you just see that? It unchecked spring 2025 batch right now. It added it by mistake and it unchecked as well. Now you know what it will do? It will go through, scroll through all the companies, read about all of them, just like a human. It's using a computer, guys. It's using a computer doing exactly what you or me would do as a human being to achieve a task. But because it's a computer, it's able to do everything much faster, much better, and it can continue to do it. And I don't even have to be worried about it. Once this is done, it's probably reading the page right now on what's happening, right? And you can see this right here. If I scroll up, right, you can see the tasks it is performing at this point of time, right? You can see it has started to scroll the page as well. It will watch everything. It will read about every company and it will tell me what are the companies that I should look at. How crazy is that? And parallelly, just FYI, we got what happened in the stand-up right here. We got what happened in the stand-up right here as well from Jerry. This is the power of building your own AI executive assistant. And all of you guys can build assistants like this without writing a single line of code. If you think this was mind-blowing, drop a heart reaction so that I know we are on the same page. I know a lot of you people must be like, what the hell is even happening? Look at this. It has started to open up a few pages as well to read about them because I told it, if it's needed, open up a few pages and read about them as well. And that is essentially what it is doing right now. And I can just chill, sip my hot water as it's doing its job. Or in fact, I can just put it aside and can go ahead and continue to do the stuff that I need to do. And I will be done. I mean, once it is done, it will tell me that it is done. So it's not done yet. It's obviously doing the task right now. Once it is done, it will be like it is done and it'll give me the output. What you just saw is Jerry on my Slack, attending meetings on my behalf, managing my email, managing my calendar. And here there is Jerry that is literally using a computer on my behalf, using something called as browser use API. All of this and the whole product that you just saw, right, of Jerry using computer was built in 3 hours. Now, that is where the real magic is. When I say it is built in 3 hours, how did I build it? By the way, guys, it's doing its job. So I'm going to keep it aside. As it finishes the job, I'll tell you if it is done with its job. And I'll show you what the output is as well. But for now, let it finish its job, right? I'm going to keep an eye at it because I have the screen right here. But yeah, coming back, right? This is level 4, guys. You have to learn how to build your own AI agents. And you can use a bunch of tools like Crew AI. You can use NA10 and tools like this to build your own AI agents without writing a single line of code as well. And this is very much possible for most of you people out there. And I want you guys to have the capabilities like this. And that is just level 4. Now, I told you I built out the whole Jerry without writing a single line of code. How did I do that? Well, I did that using something called as vibe coding. There are a bunch of tools which allows me to do it. In fact, let me show you one of the tools that I recently built I think it is on V0. There are a bunch of tools, guys. What VO by Versal, Replit, Bolt that you saw yesterday, Emergent, the bunch of AI tools, and the different AI tools for different things. By the way, this is one more tool that I built. This is the AI graphic designer. You know, my team, one of my graphic designer was leaving the job. And because she was leaving the job, my team was like, Webber, they were all in panic. We have to hire a graphic designer. We have to hire a graphic designer. I was like, bro, we will hire a graphic designer. But why do we need a graphic designer? Because AI can generate a lot of graphic all by itself. We don't really need a graphic designer. And my team was like, no, we can use ChatGPT, but writing prompts is very, very hard. My team doesn't know. So I built a tool which can write prompts, very technical prompts for them, which they can copy paste inside of ChatGPT using a vibe coding tool like V0. And you can see this. I built this tool in about 3 hours, and my team uses this for graphic designing, right? Look at this. Let's say they want 5 different creatives. They say 5, or let's say for this example, let's keep it 3. And they can say what they want the app to do. In fact, the creative to be, let's say, learn AI in 3 hours is what we want, right? And they can click on generate premium creatives. And you know what it will do? It will use my own logic in the backend to be able to generate creatives for me in form of prompts. I don't know why it just generated one. Let's try it out again. There you go. This time it created 3 different prompts. And look at those prompts, guys. It's very, very technical. These are very, very technical prompts. It says 1080 into 1080px, ultra sharp PNG, background in sunset orange. It's a very complex creative. So my team was not able to write prompts like this. So I built a tool which can write prompts like this. And you know what? Then my team complained. My team complained saying that web of copying and pasting the prompts into ChatGPT is too boring. So I created a feature, open all tabs. Look at the top tabs, guys. There is nothing, right? When I click on one button, look at that. 3 different ChatGPT tabs opened up with the prompts inserted directly. I just have to click on the send button, and my team just have to click on the send button. So they don't have to open tabs. They don't have to copy paste the prompts. Everything is automated. All they have to do is click on the send button, and that's it. It will start generating a creative for them right there. Look at this. It has started to generate a creative. And you know what? The creatives that it generates is as good as a creative of a graphic designer because it has been trained to do that, right? For example, here it failed, so I'm going to close it. But my team can literally generate 100 creatives for free using a tool that I created without writing a single line of code. And this is called as vibe coding. And you can do this as well. Anybody can build a product in the age that we are living today. In fact, this is not the only product that I built. In fact, you also saw it. By the way, look at this. Jerry is still working. While we are talking, Jerry is still working, by the way, here. It is still scrolling. It is still reading things about it. And this whole app that you see here of Jerry using a computer, like I told you, is also built without writing a single line of code, vibe coded. Now, let me show you one more tool as it generates the creative. I built it using a tool called as Replit this time. Okay. It's a CRM that I'm currently building right now. It's a CRM that I'm currently building right now because our team wanted a CRM, and HubSpot quoted $120,000 a year, which is about 1 crore rupees. As a result, I was like, screw it. And I started to build my own CRM on this platform. Again, with vibe coding, just talking to it in form of text for it to build me the app that I wanted to build. All using vibe coding is what we are doing right now. And it literally built out this app. Let it load and look at this. The whole product, guys, is a CRM that I built without writing a single line of code, saving me a ton of money. Literally, $120,000 is close to a crore, right, per year. At our scale, software gets very, very expensive. And you know what? I built it even more personalized. It can talk to systems like email, WhatsApp, payment gateways, OpenAI integration, everything it can do right now. And the whole system is built without writing a single line of code. The graphic designer was built in 3 hours without writing a single line of code. And look at this. It just designed these graphics for me, which are completely unique looking. And you know what? If I don't like anything, I can simply close, go back. I can change this to 10 creatives instead of 5, click on generate, and it will generate 10 prompts right now for me to generate 10 new creatives again, all for free. That is the power of building. A CRM, don't have 1 crore rupees, no problem. I'll build it myself without writing a single line of code. I want AI to, oh, by the way, look at this, guys. AI just finished the job and task output is here. It gave me the list of companies: Blue, Real Roots, Pleom, April, Riff, Epicenter, Interface. Each of these companies operates in the intersection of consumer technology and scalable platform areas. And it went through the whole website and gave me the list of companies right now by using a computer. Again, this app is built, which is Jerry using computer, has been built without writing a single line of code as well. We are living in the age of vibe coding. And anybody who has a great idea, drop me a thumbs up if you ever had a great idea that you wanted to build, but you could not build it because you didn't know how to write code. Or even if you knew how to write code, you didn't have the time because your work was very demanding. You knew front end, but you didn't know back end. You knew back end, but you didn't know front end. All these clauses led you not to be able to build what you wanted to build. Today, we are here where we can build pretty good apps already. And in 6 months, you will be able to build full production grade apps. It's insane what we could do with AI. Absolutely insane. And these are the 5 levels that you have to go through to become an AI generalist. Something I truly believe you can go through all the 5 levels if you actually spend about, I think, 18 months of your time. We'll give you the roadmap to how to go about all the 5 levels by end of today. Go through that roadmap. Don't give up. You can achieve everything that I spoke about in 18 months. Right? With that being said, with everything that has happened so far, I have a question for all of you people, and I want you guys to answer this. With everything that you have already seen right now, would you agree with me? With everything that you have seen yesterday and today, would you agree with me if I say that AI will take 4 out of 5 jobs? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. Look at that. I mean, of course, you guys probably can't see the messages, right? But look at that. That's insane. Like, I'm getting a 90% people saying yes, a few people saying 100% and whatnot. AI will take 4 out of 5 jobs and there is nothing that we can do about it. 80% of the work will be taken up by AI agents. If not by 2030, probably by 2027 as well. It is happening. Either we agree to it and work towards solving for it, or we just say, nope, nothing is happening, and be one of those people saying everything is all right. Nothing is going to happen to me. I hope that is not one of you people. But you know what? I also hope that you've realized this by now, that the only way to stay ahead in AI, in this AI first world, is to become an AI generalist. Do you guys agree with me? Now that you've seen everything, do you guys agree that if you knew how to use these tools in the way that I showed you, you will be much ahead than everybody else? You will be able to do jobs of 10 different people all by yourself. And that is where I want you guys to be standing. I want all of you guys to become AI first problem solvers, no matter who you are. You could be entrepreneurs, you could be working professionals, or you could be hustlers doing both. Because I told you, as working professionals, if you're someone with 10 to 20 years of experience, you have to become an AI strategist. And only like very few, maybe 4 or 5 out of 100 senior people will be needed in companies because you guys are expensive, right? Become an AI generalist, so that you can get people who are other AI generalists who can report into you and you can do AI strategy majorly. If you're someone with 3 to 9 years of experience, you see how terrible the market is already. Learn, level up to be an AI generalist, because this is the future of jobs. You guys will be building AI agents, managing AI agents, and doing the work of 10 different people. You have to be those 10x human beings using AI. And I want all of you guys to level up to become AI generalists as well. And people who are students and in your early career, make this your unfair advantage. And to all the entrepreneurs out there, I clearly told you, the future of work is 80% of AI agents. This is again coming from the World Economic Forum report. If 80% of your workers are going to be AI agents, if you want to build an AI first company, as a leader, you have to be an AI first person as well. You cannot hire a person who's AI first. You have to be AI first. Entrepreneurs, don't be sitting ducks on this, please. And finally, I also told you about the opportunity. If you understand business and if you understand AI, there are very few people who will fall into the cross section of this. And people who fall in this cross section are out there to win because they can unlock something called as consulting. A lot of companies are looking for AI first people to come and solve their problems, and they don't know how to go about it. So it gives you an incredible opportunity to make very good fortune by just solving problems of these companies. And you can be that if you play along the game of AI generalist while this arbitrage window continues to exist. And you know what? There are a bunch of stories that we have seen. And I hope one of you guys become a story like this as well. I really hope so. For example, the first one is Deepika. Deepika used to generate about 10,000 rupees per month, didn't have any channel or lead distribution for herself, used AI, learned how to build distribution, today makes 2 lakhs per month of revenue from clients all over the world, has 35,000 followers on their LinkedIn, and has been named the LinkedIn top voice as well. From there till here in a few months, power of AI in distribution. Or someone like Abhimanyu, who was already generating 3 lakhs per month, which is pretty good. But you know what? He has scaled to 8 lakhs per month right now. He's been closing 10 plus high ticket clients. How? And he started to sell the services of AI to these clients, and that is what allowed him to scale. And that is a story that I want of you guys to be here as well. And you can do that if you level up to become an AI generalist. Or someone like Aditi, who was in a job, who was in a small company, wanted to move to a startup, wanted to move into an MNC. She did. They saw she has got AI skills, and there you go, bang, hired. Or someone like Vishwam, who literally had 60,000 rupees left in his bank account, today generates over 50 lakhs in monthly income, all because of the power of generative AI. Like I said, guys, the opportunity is very large. Very few people know about this opportunity, right? And all these people started as jobs and whatnot. They have transitioned into building stuff because the opportunity is so large. From 60,000 rupees to 50 lakhs in monthly revenue. How insane is that? Or someone like Anubha, who was a doctor, who wanted to get into medical writing, uses AI and today generates over 5 lakh rupees per month using AI and medical writing while being a doctor. A side hustle that makes 5 lakhs. How crazy is that? All because of AI. Or someone like Shivek, great inspiration for all the people who are in the jobs. He continues to do a job and also runs a consulting parallelly with a job as a side hustle to be able to make a lot of money. And you know what? He had this problem that he didn't have enough time to be able to do things. Now with AI, he's able to pull through that, increase his efficiency and execute faster. He doesn't want to talk about his revenue numbers, but he says that he has landed a ton of retainer clients and is very, very happy about it. And all this is happening because of AI. Or someone like Kratika. Kratika has a business growing 30% month on month. So every month, her business is growing 30% because of AI, organic marketing, and everything that she has figured out to do in this AI first world. Or someone like Tanya, who got like a freaking 88% hike, obviously, right? Very few people have the skills of AI. When you have the AI skill set, it gives you an unfair advantage and a ladder for you to climb because companies are looking for people like you. Or someone like Kirti, who got again a big, nice, fat hike of 47% as he jumped. So, guys, I know for a fact all of you guys want to have stories like this of yours. AI has fundamentally changed everything. But I want you guys to go deep into AI, leverage the power of AI to win. So, how many of you guys actually truly want to become AI generalists? Let me know in the chat. AIG in the chat if you guys are convinced and you guys want to become AI generalist. AIG in the chat. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Folks, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The point is, by taking this roadmap, we're going to give you a roadmap, like I said, right? You can absolutely go learn everything yourself. Literally everything yourself that we're going to share today. You can learn it all by yourself and level up to become an AI generalist. I'm going to share the roadmap towards the end. But I know for a fact there are a bunch of you people who want to get there faster. How many of you guys want our help? Drop in a heart as a reaction. How many of you guys want our help to become an AI journalist much faster than anyone else with guided learning so that you can go there in the same direction that we went through the program right now? Drop in a heart, guys, as a reaction. Incredible. So here's the thing. Yesterday, Funny must have spoken about the AI Generalist Accelerator program, right? He spoke about it and he told you guys that I will share about this program during the lunch break. I know I've taken extra 10 minutes because I just went too deep into teaching today, right? But for all the people who are interested to know about the program, I'm going to run you guys through it again and I'm going to give you guys an offer that is going to be mind blowing. And that's the only word that I can say. You cannot even believe the offer today. Okay. And that is what we have set aside for all of you people, for people who are interested to know about this program. But I know there'll be a lot of people who are not interested to know about this program. They want to learn things themselves. For them, we're giving you the roadmap. It's for free. You can use the roadmap, learn it yourself. But for people who want to get there faster, we have a paid program that I'm going to talk about for the next 15 minutes. But the next 15 minutes is your lunch break. Your lunch break has already started. So if you're not interested to know about this program, you guys who is not interested to know about the program can happily drop off, have your lunch and come back at 3:30